Oh my God.
What?
I've got 4 kids.
Why am I
Okay,
here?
I'm happy for you. That's okay.
Why am I here?
Oh, okay.
Themba, it's a great pleasure to have you here, bro.
Yes, man.
I'm not meant to do the intro. This guy is actually the host. But from my side, because I also come here as a guest, by the way. It's a great honor to have you here. I just want to tell Naves he can go jump.
What happened? Manje ukhuluma manje.
Names, that's my guy.
Naves can go jump.
We've got you, bro.
That's my guy.
Answer this guy.
Ukhuluma ngani lo?
Utu Naves, give me your phone call never ever sits on a podcast. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
No, you know
No,
what?
he'll never.
No,
He's like, I say, we pinch our there's no such thing. So Naves can go jump.
No, he's right.
From whatever. From me.
With love.
You can go jump. Now Themba. I don't know now.
But you know Mlotshwa.
Kwakumele siphethe imali. Ngabe nginemali manje.
But Mlotshwa, I was shocked when you said Themba wants to come through. I was like, huh? Ngcineni ngumbona?
No, like that it deserves context that.
Okay, cool.
Like, so I have been on a podcast. The last podcast I was on was Fresh's Wow What a Week because it's fresh. The last interview I did was Spare Naves, right? The only reason I'm here is because of this guy.
Come on!
Yeah.
Which camera is mine? Which camera is mine? It's yours. Come on! It's yours.
And I'll tell you,
thank you so much,
and
bro.
I'll tell you why.
Much appreciated.
Because we've built a bit of a repertoire. We've sat
Oh, gosh.
twice, like in a private setup, and just had a conversation.
Amazing.
So I know how he thinks. I know. I watch everything that he does. I've watched this. I'm actually, like I was telling them earlier, I'm a fan of the AMAGENTS show.
Oh, thanks so much.
I like how it's structured. I like the conversations that I had. I like the banter. Yeah. So like, generally, like, I don't like speaking to people that I don't know. Because then it's difficult, it's tough.
Oh, yeah. It's pulling teeth, bro.
Yeah, so it's like...
No, Themba, thank you so much,
Yeah.
bro. Host, please. It's your
Oh,
show.
Kanje, I don't feel you took over, most.
Hey, ngizwile kukhona.
Uqala nje busy outpost. Befisa no names. Lana, no
This one's
space.
for you, Ntwana Yami.
But Themba, thank you so much. We really appreciate having you. I think, Mina, I'm a fan, bro.
Thank you, man.
Like, I'm a fan from euphonic days, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
Skule ngawe, even though you're not that much
How old
older.
are you, by the way?
Don't say that on camera.
Yeah.
It's cool now.
But think about it. You've been playing.
No, but
Because you
been
were
around,
young.
you've been around,
You
you've been
were
around.
young when you started playing.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I started, I started DJing when I was 14 in the, call it big public domain, like on the commercial scenes when I was 20.
That was like my
Yeah,
varsity
so it's like
time.
22 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, what year was it? Like 20?
2003?
I know that was like.
Yeah, I was not matriculated.
Yeah,
no, it was a
2003.
while.
Yeah, so yeah, going all the way back. So really schooling now, and we truly appreciate what you've done. Seeing how you've collaborated with the likes of Ofresh, Orchids, you know, all the big guys. Nabos pay no names. So thank you so much for pulling through.
Good to be here.
With the AMAGENTS, we don't have questions. He likes coming with topics. He's that guy. From OCD, from control. So we just let the conversation
Look how he
flow.
sits. God complex.
Yeah.
It is a God complex.
What else can I do?
He's got his phone, he's got topics.
What else can I do?
I don't know. So anyway, you will lead the conversation however you want to drive it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, feel free. Seka.
I'll say this just from my side. On a platform, if you don't mind indulging us, your belief system is one of the things I found very fascinating, and you're pretty strong and strict about it. I don't know if that's going to be tied into your lifestyle, if you want to speak about that. And for people that obviously have been yearning to just hear from you what you're up to in the world. We sometimes see I don't know what it's called. It's not a playlist. What's the term for it when you're going to be performing?
Oh, gig list. Gig list.
Gig list.
Yeah.
So we
Tour
see
guide.
Tour guide, gig
Yeah.
list. We normally see that, but outside of that, we don't really know. We've seen guys like Abo Shims, Abo Black Coffee, but we actually don't know what the life is about. So if you don't mind indulging us maybe on that with your guys, I travel a lot. I see the world. Angas.
Yeah, I mean, like, ask the question and I'll give you the answer. Yeah.
Please, your belief system maybe as a start, because that's a big one, I think.
So basically, the way I was raised, my mother's heavy Christian, and then my father was a traditionalist. So no, it was Swati. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Themba Nkosi.
so my mother's side about Abumyeni,
Okay.
and my dad's side about Nkosi.
Okay.
So hence the name Themba Nkosi.
Unkosi uDlamini.
Nkosi Dlamini okunene nocedzela bombo kuhlehle. Wela dledle sakala ubamba.
Umyeni umnguni.
Where's the coconut now?
Off camera.
Shit, that say off cameras, bring it.
Sawubona unjani? Where's the coconut now?
Come on, good look.
He crammed his clan names now all of a
So,
sudden.
like,
Unkosi uDlamini?
Yeah, Nkosi Dlamini.
Umyeni omnguni ovuma.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Itakazelo
No problem.
Yeah. So basically, like Mankula, my dad wasn't really like, like pushing the.
Yes.
So would just show up and okay, this is what's happening, that's what's happening. You have to do this, you have to do that, and then it was like strict, like go to church every Sunday. So my dad was forcing us every Sunday go to church with my mom. The older I got, the more he started introducing it to me as a like, hey man, so I pushed back heavy because like obviously I'm like, come on man, like at church they're saying this is voodoo, as Pena will say. This is voodoo.
We're sinning. We're worshipping idols.
So they're like, at church where you go, it's like, no man, this is basically devil worship and it's like you're saying idol worship. So I had a pushback for the longest time until I had my own worldly experiences, and he'd be like, yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that. Until like I had like a really traumatic experience when I was, I think it was my matric year, where I was like having like a lot of like dreams, and the dreams I was waking up, it was like this thing just happened, and then it would happen.
Oh snap!
And then he was like, hey, it's that. So then I started teaching myself more and more about it, but because there was still like a heavy pushback in my head, and the school that I went to, there were like Muslim kids, Christian kids. So I started like basically deep diving into like all religious beliefs.
Sure.
To like see, to try and make sense of this thing and like what is this thing and how does it work and why, But the long short answer that like I've come to is that if you're born to James and Lucy, and James and Lucy are Swati and Swati, then by virtue of that setup, that's what you are.
Yeah.
And with that, obviously you've got guardian angels, which Christian guys will tell you, Islam guys will tell you they've got guardian angels. It trickles down to you. So by virtue of your parents, their parents, and your great-great-parents, like you must be something from somewhere. And I know like stay away from religious and other people.
Topics.
Other people have tapped out of being Zulu.
I wonder who those people are. That's odd.
It's a sensitive topic, but like I don't believe in ancestors. I know them. Yeah.
Oh,
What's the difference?
Believe is to accept as true.
No,
the definition of
To
believing.
believe in something is almost like it doesn't really exist. You choose to believe.
If you
you
say
choose to know.
if you
know
say
is-
I believe in something, you're saying I accept this as true.
Okay.
Yeah. If you say I believe the sun's out, I accept it as true that the sun is out.
Okay.
I believe the grass is green. I accept it as true that the grass is green.
But to know.
And then you know that like grass is green, so nobody has to like tell you
Convince
twice, or convince you otherwise.
So
You don't
what-
need
what-
convict, but wouldn't you need experiences from the world for you to then
That's why I'm saying I
decide?
know.
Yeah,
So-
because
It doesn't have to prove it.
I want
Yeah.
to tie it back to this situation in matric. So you went to a really good school.
We don't know about that.
Oh, okay. Let's.
We hope.
Is it how I speak?
Is it the Queen's
Is that what gave it away?
So you went to a really good school, and I can just imagine when you're going through that chapter. It's okay. So was now.
Luckily for me, it was at the end of matric. So
Was it in the matric?
Yeah, it was like
How-
You don't want to give a shout out to your school?
yeah. I went to St. Dunstan's College
Boom. No.
in Benoni. Tagline: I serve.
Beautiful.
That was our motto, and like it's translated a lot in my life.
That's
And,
brilliant.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that part?
Over time.
So you didn't go khuluma no someone,
No,
somebody.
thank God I had my dad. So like
Yeah.
he was like walking me through it. Even though for him it was also like, he was also learning.
Azange kushabe imbuzi
No, I mean like
party,
Leo
party.
Klaba Nokbonga is something that we do annually.
Imbuzi party.
Yeah.
Chinese?
No, we do that annually anyways.
Okay.
Like, so it's not something that's like out of
By the
norm
way.
for me. Yeah.
How did your mom take it
My mom still is like
to this day?
till this day, because my mother, actually my grandfather on my mother's side is a priest, was
Sure.
a priest.
Oh,
So bamfundis.
Sure.
Yeah. And like actually we come from Mpumalanga, like deep Mpumalanga. Kumatiport Emalanini.
Sure.
So my mother is from Mkobotsi.
Nkobotsi.
Mkobotsi. Yeah, it's Emalanini.
I think I've heard that term. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to start with first. I'll put both of them on the table. Number one, I've grown up seeing a lot of families where mom and dad clash because mom is heavily church and dad is very cultural. And I think it's one of the topics we don't speak about enough in terms of, we speak about being confused identity. Are you white? Are you black?
Yeah.
At school, there's white kids, but we don't speak about this belief system one because I think it's one that abantu abamnyama are struggling with even
so what
today.
I can tell you is that like before Mpahla, I pray first.
So you
With
still,
God.
you still, you
Okay.
still,
Yeah, because the
have
hierarchy.
both.
So the hierarchy is kunonkulunkulu,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Under unkulunkulu, then kunamadlozi wakho, namathonga
Yes,
wakho,
yes.
right? So the belief system is that yes, this guy exists, he's there.
But uNkulunkulu ba uJesu.
No, God.
Okay, when uJesu amthandazela
There's no
uJesu.
in my thing, there's no
yes,
Jesus.
uNkulunkulu.
Yeah, unkulunkulu.
A supreme being and a
Yes,
creator.
okay, the
yes.
creator.
Umveli
And
and then kuba idlozi,
Oh,
and then
got
it's
you.
me. So like
Okay.
as an example, like it's not that I can't speak to God, but like
Got you.
the respectful way to get through to God is to speak to my ancestors and they will deliver the message to God.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone
and some people say that's where idol worship comes in, but like how is me speaking
It
to my
can't, but think of the Catholics.
grandfather being-
The Catholics will pray to Mother Mary.
Yeah.
Or they pray to the saints. And they pray to the saints and they'll say in their prayers, "Ukuthi blessings then
Yes,
because that's exactly
Yeah,
what
so
I'm how
it's-
I'm understanding.
So it's similar to that also. It's the
Yeah.
same as a hierarchy at home.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I wouldn't ask my dad for something. I'd just ask my mom. Then my mom would go and make it
Got you.
palatable to my dad.
Okay.
So there's like a call it a respectful hierarchy. Because as an example, like I'm saying that like
Yeah.
I might not be able to be palatable to God, but my ancestors who are closer to God and are sitting in that world will be able to make it palatable.
Do you get pushback from your kids? Like, do you push back? At
Now my
that
kids are
point?
too young to.
okay.
Yeah, they're too
To
young.
push
to
back
do
like
that.
that. There's a bittersweet aspect of having a present father. So the beauty of it is you referencing your dad as being there to guide you.
Yeah,
Beautiful. And it's
Yeah.
something I think we all wish for. But then part of that is now
Where was your dad?
he was around. My dad was fucking amazing. No, our dad was around. Outside of the joke. That is,
Yes.
my dad was around.
To do what? To guide you.
My dad was around.
To guide you like this. To guide you like this.
do you guys want a hug?
My dad was around.
To guide you like this.
You want to put a conflict in
To guide you like.
Do you want a hug?
My dad was around. I can tell you many stories about my dad. I don't know about his dad. Maybe he needs a hug.
Oh my god. Oh,
My dad was
I
around.
definitely need a hug.
Sure.
But now the thing of having a present father, and this is a chat I've had with my mom,
Yeah.
is a present father pushes back on mom's beliefs.
Oh, my dad didn't at all.
Sure, so you guys went to church, etc.
Yeah,
but
my dad
there's,
forced us to go to.
there's this thing now of a present father who has strong beliefs fighting with mom. My mom, our mom, when it comes to our parenting as a grandmother. No, our mom is our mom. Our dads, we don't know. That one is sus.
Is your
Dad wasn't around.
Is your
Mine
mom
was.
still alive?
Yeah, my
Oh, of
mom
course.
is very healthy.
Yes, you guys are brave, eh?
Gangster.
What?
I watch how I speak about my mom.
We watch how we speak about our mom.
It sounds loose to me right now.
Definitely not. I love my mother.
You like your father's like you don't know. So what do you say?
Well, that's the father. The mom, huge respect.
tough.
The dad, we don't, and he's dead now. So we have to ask him to
Yeah, he
speak to
said.
Nkulunkulu.
Passed away.
Except Mlotshwa. And then Tsupi's.
Passed away.
So, hey, you don't know if he's gonna line up there or
He might not have a line, but I'm tishali Wi-Fi. Mlotshwa bamtishali Wi-Fi. Mawuthi uyamcelela vele cishe ikhandlela ukuthi uyalight. But the conversation we've had with my mom.
But on a you know you can joke on that.
Sure.
Right? So depending on how your parents were married, right? and depending whether ubaba wakho wathula umama wakho ngenyongo, and depending on whether banhlawula, banlobola, if ufuna ukuphatha ubaba wakho, you might be speaking to the wrong person.
Damn.
So maybe, yeah. Like,
before I carry on,
a
please
joke
elaborate
aside.
on that, because people are going to want to know what that means.
So, for you to call the surname Mlotshwa,
Yes.
your father, Mlotshwa, would have had to marry your mom.
Would have had to. Number one.
Yeah, would have had to.
Okay.
And might marry, I'm talking like do all the traditional rituals and processes.
Okay.
Then your mother is fully Mlotshwa.
Okay.
So the children abaphuma esinyeni salo mama wakamlotshwa are then fully fledged Mlotshwas. But if your dad and your mom had you before they got married, but before bathula mama kangenyong, you'd be considered Mlanjwani, so you'd be belonging to your mom's surname,
Mom's side,
not
yeah.
your dad's side.
Is it find lobole to bring you
Yeah,
back this
you have
side?
to make like globally from your mother's side to bring you this side. So, and that thing that I'm talking about, bro, if you understood how many people suffer with that, more than you can think. Because black people don't understand just that thing. You would see, like, me as Themba, if I have a child with whoever out of traditional wedlock, right? That child, then I'd have to go ngiyohlawula, ngilobole. Uhlawula is if you broke the virginity or broke the birth of that girl. Phulisinye sakhe ukuthi umzalisi. Then uyogeza umuzi sokuhlawula lokho. And then ukulobola is when you ask futhi the child must move from that surname into your surname. Aphume emadlozini wangapha azongena emadlozini wakini. So a lot of guys don't do that. So the kid grows up thinking he's Mkosi. He's not. He actually belongs to his mother's surname until those processes and rituals are done. And then what happens is that the kid grows older, and then the older you are, you're like, no, I'm looking for my father. Where you shouldn't look for your father because the guy actually hasn't done anything.
You shouldn't look for him.
You shouldn't. No, I'm saying you can look for him, but I'm saying that like as far as like I don't know how to word it, but like Edlozini, he's done nothing for you. His surname has done nothing for you.
So he's not your father. Spiritually.
Ancestrally.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's ancestrally. Yeah.
You shouldn't be looking because you belong to a home.
No, I'm like, you can look, but I'm saying then like don't try change your surname to your father's. Like for instance, like you grow up in your mother's surname. You are Spana, you're Tesha, Yonkinto, you start making money. Then you're like, let me find my dad. Looking for your dad is going to be detrimental because like you keep up from Lesbongo, Lesbongo. And these guys are like, but so unless this guy is willing to come, unless he's willing to come and do right
and fix everything. Go back retrospectively.
Yeah, but and also it can also, because that does also happen where this guy is, call it present, and he is paying for you to go to school, paying for your life, but ancestrally it's like do the right thing, because basically when I'm meeting Sintombazane, ongayilobolanga uthuka labantu labo.
You want to say something?
You know I was going to say something. No, Kiron say.
No, please.
It's going to go for too long. No, it's fine.
Check.
This topic,
You know.
I can chat about this topic every day.
And if you don't believe it, it's okay.
No, it's not what we believe.
Talk about this topic ad nauseum. Like,
Yeah, we speak about it a lot.
we love this topic. This topic, yo.
So the boys who come on Utatako, say you probably watched the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most of them are being raised by the old lady. For whatever reason, Itama Aliko.
Yeah.
And the mother.
So Mount Aliko is not a present father, he's not a financially supportive
there's
father.
many variables on the show.
Sure.
He's dead, variables of he's not a supportive father.
Sharp.
Or the Mauleda doesn't know who the father is, because she
Yeah.
booked 4 guys on that day after going from the tavern.
Yeah. Wow.
It happens.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to figure out, what are you saying about, let's forget Utatako. Most men believe that their identity is based on the side of Itaima. Most
Sure.
men.
Yes.
Now, when you bring in that variable, now you're throwing a span in the works. Because they're saying that, yeah, Nkulise will only grand, but the identity is the
Yes,
dad.
because-
So when you say that now, isn't that in conflict from what most people have heard?
It is in conflict, but it's also like it's what they've been taught. So I can't argue with what someone's been taught. And you can be taught the wrong thing.
Are you not speaking from your family, Onkosi?
No,
Amaswati. Are you speaking for all black South Africans?
Most blacks, especially Ngunis.
And you're saying any Nguni that deviates from this is wrong? According to your knowledge and your
I'm going
education.
to stand firmly on that and say yes.
Come on.
Are you also then saying that the surname that raises you is the surname?
Because that's a surname that's so like as an example, like amadlozi ayahlala, and then it's like Tina Bagabani, Nathi Tina Bagabani, we're gonna give these two children this guy. Okay? So these two people are gonna make penyo, right? So similar to SARS, where the onus is on you to know that you're supposed to pay your taxes, the onus is on you to know, which, okay, njengoba ngizolala nentombazane, what does that mean? Njengoba sizoyenza umntwana, what does that mean? And njengoba umntwana sekala, what does that mean?
Wait, the onus is on
You,
the man.
both of you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, both of you.
Sounded like you were speaking about umchita kuphela. Uthi SARS say.
Bo-
Only the guy with the peanuts. No. Both of us.
Both of you.
No problem.
Including your parents. But to most African families, like, so we in Themba, ukuthi, because if you make a girl pregnant, melalithi sisugin,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? Okay. Sometimes the girl doesn't tell them the truth. Maybe it's a family that this family doesn't like, whatever the reasons are. So that ends up not happening. So if you don't do that, because like basically balithi sisugzoti, Penyo created a crime.
Sure.
Can you guys come and fix this thing?
Sure.
So even after that's done, some families are like, Penyo's like, young mazlu, I mean. So that ends up not happening. Kid grows up, he's like, no, but mom, who's my dad? No, your dad is Penyo. Ndanga comes looking for you. So now think about it on an ancestral level. On an ancestral level, lamadlozi lawa like that gave the parents you are saying, no, but umntwaneni wangayenzi right. Nalawa umntwaneni wangayenzi right, depending on whatever the circumstances are. So these people, because baphila ngeqiniso, like that's one thing that I've learned about ancestors. They don't deviate from the truth.
I'm not arguing. Sorry, I'm just clearing
So
my
he
throat.
who bears the responsibility of the kid
The
has
onus
the
is on you.
supreme,
The same way
is
the
the
onus-
supreme surname. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Sorry, repeat
I'm
that.
saying he who takes responsibility of the kid, whatever that surname is the surname.
Is the owner
So
of the child.
no. So by virtue, yokuthi lo mntwana loyo is born the way that they're born, and the father doesn't do anything afterwards.
Yeah.
The responsible party would then be abakabo malume, which is the mother side of the family.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that is the surname. There's no need for that kid to go
No, there's
search
no
for
need.
the father.
There's no need. Unless he wants to, and unless the dad is willing to. And then remember, when the dad comes, he's going to come and say, Eish, nina baba Mlotshwa, I didn't do the right thing. And umntwana nanga sekakhulile, ngicela ukuhlawula. And ukuhlawula wakhe, he can be like, it's up to him, depending on what the family is also willing to accept. He could say, what have you guys spent to date? Here's your money. He could say, Eish, na inkomo, I don't have much, etc.
Sometimes the kids want to shawula themselves.
You can't, because uthatha imali from where to take it where.
But you do understand that happens.
No, I know.
Because
You
the
say
parents
it's
don't
wrong.
even know.
There's a way to do that if you want to do it.
Because sometimes the parents don't even know. They ask the
I've
kid.
met my dad, I love
Yeah.
him. I've got money. I'm like,
No, there's a way to do that. So basically how you do that is it like, call it bati intlawulo is 10 rand, right? You can say to dad, I'm going to give 1 rand. Ngithengiselele 10 rand lena. But ngale 10 rand lena, go do the right thing. So that's how you do it. Because it can't be your efforts and energy. Because your efforts and energy are your...
This is like a woman lobolaring herself.
Yes. It's insane.
So even
exactly
if I raise the child, but manga shatanga no mama or manga ilobolanga ingane ngahlawula.
I wanted to ask,
There's
because you
still-
mentioned the thing about
there's
maintenance.
still that misalignment.
Why would you
spiritually.
maintain a child that's not yours?
So you see, like the problems that South Africa has is that like there's izinto zamadlozi ancestral, izinto zesintu, and then there's civil.
Yes.
So according to civil,
Western laws and
yeah,
Western ways.
as soon as a child comes out, like
Boom. Lord, a child.
I want
I raised the child, but I
Yeah.
haven't done the things.
on an ancestral level, the right things on an ancestral level.
So technically, nyaro, but anything inside. And that child is going to struggle. from a
And
spiritual-
then nalapho, it's like so the girl's child might be like, no, it's fine. Use your father's surname. The girl's mother might be like, no, your child must use the father's surname.
Yeah.
But on an ancestral level, you've created a problem. Bangiqala on an ancestral level. So you need to fix that ancestral level. Isn't born, and that's where it hits us most. So uthola ukuthi izinto zakhe azivaya the way kumele ngabe zivaya ngakhona. It's because the problem is there, something you can't see.
Why is it that the thing about is in das Grand is always people of a certain color and certain LSM? Why is it that?
Certain color in LSM.
You know, I don't want to get. I don't want to
Your
get.
face is not even on camera.
I wish people could see your face when you said.
You know, I don't want to.
certain color in
I don't want to
LSM.
get into that conversation because, like, I'm yet to articulate it well to myself. Also,
Okay,
But
okay.
melanin, bro,
Yeah.
is special.
I want to make this
And
point.
it's special, and it's got it's got high levels of responsibility. So you can't compare yourself to any other race because melanin is
The chosen one.
Blue blood. Blue blood.
The point I wanted to
Understood.
make before
Yeah.
I forget it,
Understood.
sorry, my mom. The thing of having a present father, which is bittersweet, is my mom would not understand with my brother and I why we can't make certain decisions with our kids.
Yeah.
And I've had to explain to her that part of her privilege, in inverted commas, is not having a father who's pushing back.
Yeah.
Whereas Tina, we've got two parents who are, I want the school, no, I don't really want the school. The child must do ballet, no, I want them to do gymnastics. So sometimes having a present father, luckily your dad
very
didn't.
confusing because I understand what you're saying. Because I don't
I
think
must
about
slow it down.
Start it again. Say
Okay.
so. Already there wasn't a present man in the house in terms of decision making.
So
Okay.
Themba lived with both his mom and dad,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is the ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They happen to have two different belief systems,
Yeah.
which is problematic.
Yeah.
Luckily for your mom, your dad was very happy with her belief system, and he was happy to enforce you guys to follow whatever needed to be done from her side. I'm not sure if your mom did the same. It's not really important, right? Dad said go to church with your mom.
Yeah.
I'm saying part of the problem with other families is a present father will say, "Ani esontweni." That's not what we do here. Mom says, "Nya esontweni ngenkani," and it becomes a clash.
Got you.
Now, in our case, just as an example, it was my mom did not understand because we lived with her.
Yeah.
We would visit my father ad hoc, but we lived with her. Our clothes, our diet, where we went to school, she had sole decision-making privileges there.
Yeah.
And she did not understand with my brother and I why we can't just, if we want something, like, no, you wanted him to wear a jersey, put it's like, oh no, I have to discuss with their mom. Why? And it becomes that thing of many people don't understand that when you've got two parents, specifically a present father in South Africa with black
Yeah.
dynamics, the father can push back. And I find a lot of girls, our generation, that were raised by single moms or raised with fathers who don't push back, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Why are you argue? I just made it.
Oh,
I'm the mom.
Got you.
And that becomes a thing. I just wanted to make that point. I've got a whole lot of other questions.
It's a huge struggle. You know, I think coming from that single mother environment where Umama made all 100% of the decisions, coming into a space now where you're co-parenting, you
Yeah.
know, and having the mother.
But like, you know, like I always ask myself in like those cases is that like if you're gonna have children, right? Do you not do what's in the best interest of the child?
Yeah.
And should your hate, resentment for the person that you made the child with overshadow your love for the child?
The problem is what is best for the child?
Who decides that?
Who decides that?
Between the
You
two,
know,
the
but
Christian or the Sintu person?
So what's best for child then?
The best for the child is to do hybrid.
Some people don't want to compromise.
No, but then that's a problem because like my belief system doesn't have to be my kid's belief system. I can encourage, I can show, and like I'm saying, like with my dad, it was like when I was going through personal things, he was like, "It's that. Go look into that." So it's not like he was like, hey, "Man, I told you so." It was like, "Dog, it's that."
But
So
some fathers aren't like
your
that.
mom wasn't hostile. There are women who refuse for their children helping ubaba ukuhlaba imbuzi, shunqisa impepho. They're like,
do they
never.
refuse?
They're like, I'm born again.
Guess
That
what,
will
no.
never happen.
I guess my mental barrier is that I don't understand that.
Okay.
From a point of view where that like I personally I didn't experience that. So like when somebody does do that, it's like in my head it's like, but why would you do it? Is it necessary to do that?
I'll speak to ladies as an example where they're co-parenting and the dad and the kids want to play rugby and the mom will say never,
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous, and she'll write a letter to the school and she'll say, look, I'm primary, the child won't play rugby, and you're sitting there and the timer's like, I'm supporting, I'm doing all the things.
This is what's in the child's best interest.
This,
No, I mean, like,
and then the mom
okay.
pulls out the concussions and what, and you're sitting there and you're like, really?
Yeah, but then what does that speak to?
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. What's it? We live in a space where even with, not co-parenting, you guys are living under one roof, a lot of the women feel like they have supreme and sole authority over
But
the kids.
is it not a thing of going back to the surname? But these kids have my surname.
But even if we live in the same house.
I'm the head of this family.
Do you know-
I provide for this family. This is what I say goes.
Whoa.
No, I'm saying, isn't that
People
a
don't
solution
believe
for
that.
some people?
This is what he's suggesting
Yeah.
as the model.
The hybrid.
Most people, Lendo Shoyo.
Yeah.
Most people don't live that.
Yeah.
So you can't say these kids have my surname, therefore. People like you're smoking
No, I
pips.
disagree with that also.
Is it?
With what you're saying, I disagree. I'm saying, I'm not saying it doesn't happen,
sure,
but I'm saying I disagree with like a guy saying no because I'm.
Then what's the point of you marry someone and they change the surname?
Like, I think like one problem that like us as guys have is accountability.
Okay.
And like where
one of the biggest.
Where you put your penis is your fault, mate. So
Damn.
however
Damn.
she becomes, whether she becomes the best or the worst, you put your penis there. This is your fault. You need to take accountability for that. And that's the tough thing. It's taking that accountability to be like, whatever or whomever this person is, this is my fault.
What does Jocko Willink
Because
call it?
Yeah.
What does Jocko call it?
You know?
Lendo khuluma ngayo.
What does who call it?
Jocko Willink. Something accountability.
I don't
This
know.
is the Navy SEAL.
Yeah, there's a term that he uses. Fuck, I forgot it. I'm trying to find it.
Taking
Extreme ownership. He calls it extreme ownership, concept of accountability.
And it's insane.
Leaders must take 100% responsibility for everything in their domain, good or bad.
Yes.
Rather than blaming subordinates and then effectively need to
I-
solve problems.
Fully agree with that.
Extreme ownership is what Jocko
I
calls it.
fully agree with that. I didn't know that as a concept. Thank you, but I fully agree with it. I fully agree. With
Imagine
Because
if both men and women
it. Because
believed in
also, let me paint another picture for you that brings in like
ASAP.
that brings in like isn't a scene. You might find a girl, all right, and you're like, hey, this girl is like this. She's amazing. She's quiet. She's peaceful. She's that. She's that. But because you like baddies, you go and you bang a baddie who is the opposite of this. Then you come back and you bang this person.
Yes.
Aura from that person enters this person, and this person starts becoming that person.
You believe in soul ties.
Yeah? No,
You believe in
it's
soul
not a
ties.
soul- it's not a soul tie.
Wait.
It's energy.
It's energy.
So you,
Every person you sleep with, you take their energy and you pass it on to other
Exactly.
people.
Exactly. So
Even with a condom. Your condom don't blocks the energy in your aura.
but if you know
Bloody aura's gone
but if you know
here.
anything about this scene, it's the rubbing of ingaba, nokujuluka on top of each other.
I'm hearing this for the first time in my life.
So
It's the rubbing of what if I don't put the PPE in, but then covers are here?
dry hump. So you are saying Mthandana with this
I'm saying
great
look into
woman.
it. I'm saying look, yeah, look
Great
into it.
woman.
Yes,
Great
yes,
woman.
yes.
And then because temptations of the world, I go smash a baddie.
Yeah.
Horrible. Let's not even a baddie, a hoe.
Yeah.
Yabon. I take that whole energy.
Now start with the good girl. You're taking the good girl energy because that's what you were saying.
No.
It says Oengeloslo, child of the Most High.
So I take good girl energy, amazing woman.
Phela
give it
ungakhohlwa
to
baddie
hoe.
is not sleep. Baddie is probably sleeping with more than just you.
So you're fighting
and good
forces.
girl and good girl is just
So
sleeping
this one
with
is
you.
a powerful
Yeah.
whole energy. And I take whole energy.
It's a real thing.
Sing it,
Medusa.
tell her.
And it's a real thing. And I'm just saying, as a guy, if you just sit back and just think to yourself, sit on your bed by yourself and just think to yourself, which is like, okay, the woman that I'm with or was with or whatever, like, how was she when I met her? And how was she for the longest time? And then where did the change start? Joe, like,
I've got a loophole. I've got a great girl that I love.
Yeah.
And I find two more amazing women. She's amazing. I got Pep Wonkumuntu. She's amazing. I got Pep Wonku.
I don't like where this is going.
These are just both angels.
Yeah.
So I'm Tata just the purity of all of them.
Yeah, but
Nigalo.
a counter argument to that is that like
They but what I mean,
yeah, that's fine. The two other great girls, Samoa Unjan, because they might come from a family that's dirty.
but there's levels to this.
And lineage is not clear. Joe, like some girls are,
Good girls from a dating summer.
and I hate the word ukfeba. Some girls are about feba because kfeba because they've got guardian angels who used to do that. But
You see, that goes away from accountability now.
I can agree with that.
I've heard that stuff.
I can.
In Tomazani, it's not me.
No, it's
He knows that's a
it's
guy.
okay, bro. If we can say what being let's say Down syndrome is
yeah.
Let's go.
from father to child, whatever the case is, or obesity, or having problems with your
Yeah, if
insulin,
you
whatever.
can
If we can say there's personalities, or got anger issues like his dad, or like his uncle.
some of the things.
Not
that-
fair.
That's bullshit.
Some of the,
You can first down poverty as well.
If you can
That's
say,
bullshit.
if you can say a person's temperament, if
Like
because
as a-
people say that all the time, got a temperament,
No,
like,
we're talking about two different things now.
Oh, it's a person.
You guys are talking about you
Tell us.
inherited a trait,
Yes.
and now you are living that trait. The fact that you are living that trait means it's you now. But we're speaking about someone who's doing something and saying
and
it's
you can
not
break it.
me.
Yeah.
No, that's rubbish.
But Penyo, do you know why you like Coca-Cola and not Sprite?
I'm not knocking inherited behaviors. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm saying once I start drinking Coke, I'm a Coke drinker. I can't be like, no, I don't drink Coke.
No, but what
My
I'm
That's not what
dad
we
drank
say.
Coke.
No, that's not what we say. That's not what we say.
You guys are saying
no,
that's
that's
fair,
not.
man.
But that's not.
It's fair, Remember where this comes from, right? It comes from your example. You're saying angel. He's saying maybe she's an angel, but she comes from hoes. And I'm like, she's an angel until she becomes a hoe.
No. He said angels.
That was your example.
He said angels. Then I said sometimes
Yes.
it's not just that they're angels. Maybe in their lineage, khona ukunqola okukhona. Yeah, and it doesn't. And then I made an example ngokufeba. So ukunqola kwakhona could be. Mhlambe bayathakatha, but she's a good girl. Mhlambe kwenziwa but she's a good girl. It's so like I'm saying.
Because ezinye izinto can skip you. Mhlambe there's
no accountability in the dating show, yes.
Mhlambe umkhulu wakho albino, it skips you. Bese nganyake albino.
But there's no extreme ownership in this thing.
And I agree with you. And you're the 1 + 1 needs to equal 2 guy. And here we're talking about something where 1 + 1 could equal 35.
No, I'm the 1 + 1 is 35. But in the example you're speaking about, you must remember the context is important. Because when we say 1 + 1 equals green apples, that means everything is at play now. That means the biggest hoe, the hoe you were talking about, she comes from a clean family. So now we're playing in abstractness.
Yes,
I'm like, I don't know why we're going there.
All I'm saying is that
What's your
does
belief system?
happen at times where ukfeba is a learned behavior, not just environment,
No,
but
you mean Ukfeb is an inherited behavior.
inherited behavior, and not just learned from your environment. Thank you. I'm saying sometimes. You started off by saying sometimes. We didn't say it's an absolute.
I'm not arguing with that.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
it's
I agree with that. I'm talking about this thing of when you mentioned a good girl. Themba didn't jump and say maybe umsama kungcolile. It was only when you came here.
To the bed.
And now all of a sudden now we need to start going into the realms of but we
No,
never did that here.
My loophole is a line and
No,
a heritage of purity.
We're making reference to this
Ngapha,
girl
ngapha,
here
ngapha, ngapha.
because
Bese ngiyahlanganisa.
this is his girl, and this is the girl that he's going to contaminate with whatever he's doing outside.
Maybe she's also contaminated. This is why I'm saying 1 + 1 equals red bananas. Because now we're playing in abstract.
But that's fair.
You know what I mean?
But that is fair
But
though.
plain abstract then.
But that is fair then.
Then there's no accountability.
No,
But
you can
any
still
good or
account.
bad thing I do, maybe Konidlos is somewhere.
Maybe.
But who's the onus?
Then there's no accountability. There's no ownership.
But the onus is on who to find out.
This is what I'm saying. Let's keep it to the person. If Penson is deciding to clean himself with good girls, those are good
but
girls.
extreme accountability
Yes.
which is why like people from Zululand do this better than most places.
KwaZulu.
Yeah, when you meet a girl, it's like unabani wena. Yabo? Then now unankosi is like, oh shit, you and I can't get together because nami ngunkosi or ngudlamini or ngukunene. So you and I cannot be together.
I think that stuff is outdated.
Then you walk away from it.
It's not outdated.
It is outdated.
How? This is why you guys are gonna give birth to kids with a thumb in their back. Like really, fam. You have to understand, Uguti. It gets to a point where
A surname is just a surname.
Nah.
Fair play. Do I know your grandparents? Fair play.
I think it's outdated.
It's just a coincidence.
So I'm saying the onus is on you to find out because, so call it like it wasn't done with me, but the right way to do this is that like when your son comes of age, you're then supposed to do a ritual for your son. Umhlabele imbuzi, umgeze, and then you say to amadlozi, Penuel is of age now and he's ready to guti angaphuma la ayozakhela wakhe umuzi. Right?
Sure.
And then there's processes where you can find out guti, who are you supposed to be married to? Right? So then let's say Tiwa, you must marry intombazane yakwaSibego.
Who says that?
Amadlozi.
In your dreams?
No, it doesn't have to be in your dreams.
It could be.
There's multiple processes. You are going to ukhuphula isithunya, ukhuphula idlozi. There's multiple
Someone
ways.
tells you to say, Nangu, ish, I can't
No,
mention people's names.
no, idlozi lakho you'd speak to you because you know, like a lot of people are always like the problem with African culture is that like nothing was written down. The reality is that you didn't have to write it down because of the processes that we have. We are going to uhlala ukhulume nomkhulu wakho, akutshele umkhulu wakho ukuthi oh manenza umsebenzi wembeleko kwenziwa so. Mawenza umsebenzi oso kwenziwa so.
No, but the issue we're facing is that when there's time for a cultural process to take place, abomkhulu 2 or 3 of them disagree on the processes. So the writing is equally important.
You're talking about people that are alive.
Yes.
Yeah, so why would you like as an example, call it Penuel,
Sure.
grew up knowing that Mike is his dad.
Yebo.
But actually Tebogo is his dad.
Sure.
So if Penuel is going to say, hey, Baba Mike, ngicela uzelani, ne? Mike is like, I'm not your dad.
Yes.
In like ngokomoya. But if Penuel says, Baba, nginenkinga, the person who is your father is going to step forward. So you don't have to mention it by name, which is why the whole like.
But
so
how would you know what to do though? That's what I'm saying.
The onus is on you. The onus is on you to learn.
But if something's not written down, how do I then know?
The onus is on you to learn.
So,
so you go to your elders.
Let me try and assist. What he's asking is, in the absence of you educating people here, how are they supposed to know? So this is not written.
And that's what I'm saying.
but
I'm saying the onus is on you because it's your life. You're the one that's alive, right? So you are the one that has elders. Go to your elders and ask your elders.
But our elders are constantly lying about family.
Yeah, mabangazi. Then like go. It's like guys like weird me out. Like when you want to know how to file these tender documents, you'll go to the ends of the earth to figure it out. But like you want to go to the ends of the earth to figure yourself out.
We do ask our parents and they don't tell us some of these things.
No,
some of us have really tried.
No, because some of the parents are like, if this child goes digging deeper, he's going to find out that his father's not his father.
Exactly. Then what should I do after that? And
I'm saying, you to go to your elders. I'm not talking about your mother,
immediate
your
family,
grandfather.
yeah.
You go to the elders and you're like, I'm swati, sendanjani. Then they guide you. This is how you do it. This is where you do it. Because the other problem is, like, particularly here in Joburg, like, if you're gonna go to like a Sangoma or Mtandas or whatever, most of those people have no idea what they're doing and they're scammers. So now again, it's like it's frustrating on you because you have to find the right person who's gonna tell you the right thing. So like I understand why a lot of people tap out of it. I really do.
But we have to agree. We don't have to agree on the fact that writing. No, I'm just saying that the idea of writing something down, man, is so important.
It's a Western thing, but it's a Western thing, and I'm saying, in like culturally back in the day, that's why. I mean, like, I'm gonna make an example of Shaga. Before Shaga went to where he'd sit with consult. Okay, and his traditional consult would be like, tomorrow at this time or at whatever advice they would give him. Sure. He wouldn't make a move without consulting.
But look where we are now. Even in the Zulu culture, there's so many variables of being Zulu. Because of something is not being able to be traced. And that's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to say again, I'm going to say that the onus is on you. It's your life. The onus is always going to be on us. Okay. Extreme accountability, but.
Okay. It's such a mindfuck because it's going into every area of my life. Because even Nasikamereni, bro.
Huh?
Ekamereni, the onus is on you.
Huh?
Ekamereni, the onus is on you, bro.
Wednesday
left.
The onus was on you. Everything goes on you. If you want to make money, bro. No, but he's. Go to 50 Cent. There's no school for this. Stupid. There's no school for this.
I saw a land motion drop. I'm
not just playing flat.
They turn a blind eye.
No, even when you're having sex with the wrong person, they move away because they're like going back to the thing which like you're supposed to marry umuntu wakasibeko. So Mozo lala nomuntu wakabantu.
What's going on?
I don't know. Mozo lala
no. Moses Bakasibeko must come closer.
Hayi.
Themba, professor.
So if you're gonna have sex with someone who isn't the person that you're supposed to, and like supposed to,
yeah.
Like your ancestors back there, because this is not their plan. Like they're not supporting of this.
And when it's someone you want, they're
no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, the onus is on you. It's for you to find out. If they say to you, because this is what's going to be best for you, and when another surname, you can go and ask. This is the person that I prefer. Can I be with this person? And you get the yes or no answer. Or if you are going to do it, this is what you must do. The problem is that, like, and I'm saying, look at our problems. Like, look at black men in South Africa, like, look at our problems. Like, it's a blind leading the blind. So I'm saying, like, okay, so how do we fix that? And where does it start?
We interrupted you. Please carry on with your belief system. It sounds like you were telling us a story about matric and your dreams and your father was guiding you. What exactly do you believe in? You said you pray to Nkulunkulu, not necessarily to Jesus. You said you were raised Christian.
So, like,
but what do you actually believe
in? Sintu, God is part of...
You believe in Sintu?
Yeah, God
That's your belief system.
That's my belief system.
Christianity?
Not so much.
Sintu to you is a religion?
It's my religion, it's my culture.
And it's
my way of life.
All the lessons that so normal Christians read a Bible. For you, it's only through consulting and finding. There's no book or place. Let's say someone's listening to you and they're like, no,
so for instance, there's like particular practices. Like, let's say, for instance, there's a way to do that. Right? And that you can't argue with that, because whether you go to this guy or that guy or and I'm talking.
I think my question is, everyone has to go on a journey if they want to believe in Islam. It can't be that they go to an institution.
If you want to live and be alive, the onus is on you to find out how you should be living and be alive.
Are there different forms of Isintu depending on your Xhosa, Zulu?
Maybe like it changes like a little bit here and there. Like, so like maybe like there's things that Zulus do that us Swatis wouldn't do. Or Ndebeles, etc.
But they're similar.
But there are things that are like more bigger, like Leo Global, like it's basically the same across the board.
Do you think all black South Africans should believe in?
Because also for me, what's weird is that like if we meet at church and we want to get married, our pastor's like, but he's the same guy telling us not to involve Amadlozi. But the minute you open the door, you're global, so invite Amadlozi by virtue of you doing that.
Do you think all black people should believe in what you believe?
No, people must do whatever they want.
No, ideally,
do what's best for your life.
Don't you think what you believe in is the best?
No, you know what's best for your life, right? You know what ish. Right? And then you know when things are dwindling and you're not the penio that you know yourself to. You know what you need to do in order to get that thing back to, like, my dad always referred to it as a petrol tank. He was like, when you're driving in your car and you've got a full tank, you see the comfort that you've got. But as soon as it starts hitting half tank, you're like, ish, maybe I need to start looking for a petrol station. As soon as it's like a quarter of a tank, you're like, fuck's sakes, I need to do something now. Sometimes you push it, and then like when the things are going bad and you're in a reserve tank, then you go back and do what you need to do and things get back to normal. Because you know. And that's the thing, like, it's difficult because you can't say to someone, this is what should work for you. Because some people, like in my belief system, your grandmother, so that's the person that's your guardian angel, and she's the one that's dominant in you. So by you praying, you are appeasing that ancestor. So like, and your things is hambagashi without you having to touch anything African or anything else.
Are you willing to guide or mentor people that are interested in what you're saying?
Yeah, if people are asking the questions, but I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm just saying that, like, my way of life, what I've learned, I know Amadlozi exists. It's not even a question for me.
Okay, you want to say something before I ask more questions?
No, man. It's hitting me.
I'm going to raise this topic now because you raised Customary. We're dealing with a matter now as we film this, where there's an issue of what is customary marriage, and Western laws and Western courts are coming in. And I've been making videos speaking about this thing of being lost and confused, where black South Africans are dipping in different belief systems as and when it's convenient.
It's a problem.
They want to follow Isintu when it's convenient. They want to follow religion when it's convenient. And then they bow down to what the colonialists brought, which is our Roman Dutch law system. And because of that now, we are not sure, as we record this, what is going to be the end of the cases that are currently ongoing. Do you have any idea on when a customary marriage starts? Because currently, according to Western laws, as soon as you pay lobolo, on that day, you are married. Doesn't matter if you guys did not intend, if you do a prenup after, as soon as you pay lobolo and you're 18 and some kind of a celebration, you're married. And is that seen to...
Is it not lost? The beginning of the negotiations?
That's the question.
Because that's how I read.
When do you rate
this? The beginning of the negotiations.
How I read was, as long as it's two consenting adults, 18 plus, and it is the lobola negotiations. Mase siqala sokuxoxa lento. Boom.
Do you know
Once kwavunyelana nje.
my
Yeah, I
understanding?
was about to say, once there's a conversation, there's an agreement.
Oh,
then it
yes,
kicks
yeah.
in.
No,
From my I know.
no, I just wanted to jump with it. It's not
Taking the money.
It's
Oh,
not. It's not good. Once I've
Even if you don't pay, if there's an agreement from these two.
Yes, once the parties, including these third parties, have agreed, even though I haven't paid the 100,000 rand,
Yeah.
you know, because the of some sort, from a financial point.
Yeah, but that's a cultural practice, and it's not practiced everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree, but I'm saying, Uti, my little knowledge is once a shala, kwavunywa, I'm married.
Is the
Customary.
money thing not the evidence of agreement?
Now,
I'm
from
saying,
what we
how would they confirm agreement? I'm hearing what you guys are saying.
So how
the
I
families
view it,
sign on it.
how I view it, and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
How I view it is that you are black and you are in South Africa. There's a clash between your cultural beliefs and civil society's beliefs, and how the country navigates around the law of everyone that lives in it. So the law that for everyone that lives in this country is the Roman Dutch law. So in the absence of understanding fully, like all these different nuances in the different cultures, the law says, let's look at this thing just from a contractual agreement point of view, according to the Roman Dutch law. Is there a willing buyer? Is there a willing seller? And what was agreed upon, whether written down verbally or however, and can you prove it? Because again, like, in order for you to you have to prove that, like, this was a customary marriage. How do you prove it? Because your uncle signed, my uncle signed, and then whatever was agreed upon is signed. Then you take that thing and you're like, this is the. But if it was just a verbal conversation, then it's having to bring these people verbally into the court to say, no, on that day, this is what we agreed, or this is what I understood that we agreed on. So then it's like, okay, by virtue of this being now it's looked at as a contract. That's how they take it. But going back to the when is it? You're supposed to have the conversation with girl, you and I want to get married. How do we want to be married? Cool. So you do your prenup there before you even send the letter to her uncles.
In your understanding, when this term customary marriages now has been taken by the courts, umshado wesintu, or when do you become married in Sintu? Forget the courts and the law and your understanding.
Ngokwesintu, mawusumthele ngenyongo.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
What's the process?
Because mawusumthele ngenyongo, that's when she leaves her family surname and comes into your surname.
What's the process that you know? Boy meets girl, boy and girl like each other, and then they decide they want to get married.
It's the same process, you know. Boy meets girl, boy and girl decide they want to get married. Boy sends letter to
boy sends letter
to girl's family. Girl's family sends letter back accepting the date to come and have the negotiations. Boy's family goes to girl's house. They sit, they have the conversation. They heckle over it. They reach an agreement. According to civil, you're married from that day because an agreement was reached.
Forget civil.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Sure.
Sharp.
But it's important for Abahlali to know.
No. I asked him specifically to put that aside and to just tell us
Okay.
when does he understand
So
that
as long as
marriage
Abahlali
started?
know, Uti, that's where it now starts.
We're emphasizing it again.
sure.
But
So-
this is outside of the courts and the law.
Yeah. So then, on the day when the first lobola negotiations happen, whether you leave 1 rand or you leave the full amount on that day is up to the boy's family. Sometimes they're like, okay, no, so sure half manje, basis is obuya. And then mababuya bafika share lo half, and then bafuna ukuthatha umakoti, and then bayambesa. So when they come back, they bring back the balance and they bring back all the gifts, and because the girl's family has to write a list of all the items and the amount of people that need to go to bambesu. Then the guy goes back, finishes the lobola payment, uyabambesa.
Does he have to finish culturally?
To umakoti, you never finish lobola. So call it. You need the balance was like 10 cows as an example. You can take 9. But
Does it need to be significant? I'm only asking from a cultural perspective.
It doesn't need to be significant because
it's whatever the family feels this is sufficient enough.
Back in the day, like as an example, like let's say we were maize farmers, right? We could either go and lobola in maize, or would take the maize, go to a guy who's got cows and
Sure.
trade him for that, and then go to the family. It's like it was never money. It's only now where it's like, no, so tinkomo 1,000 rand.
My question is again, so they sit on the first day, they come up with whatever figure it is. Your uncles leave something. You're saying boy is gonna come back with gifts, and I'm saying when he comes back, does he need to settle? Does he need to have a significant amount?
Ideally, you need to settle.
Okay.
Yeah, but makuthiwa ukuthi umakoti, like,
No, but you can't settle because you're talk.
No,
those are nuances and debate. I'm trying to figure. So we're trying to get to this point where we're saying, "Ngesintu, you are now married," and I'm just trying to figure out.
So
But
then,
you're right. Once it's esegeziwe.
no, so from there, bamkhipha kubo.
No, before I'm keep, this is important. Sorry for me, because someone's gonna say, "What to Themba meluqede." So because I'll even though I tell on so I need to make sure what we are agreeing on here.
But that's a personal preference at that point.
So what I'm asking is for a general, is it just whatever the family deems good enough to move forward?
Yes.
Okay, whatever the family, the girl's family deems good enough,
because sometimes,
whether it's finished or not.
Because you might have a very good relationship with that family, and they're like, let's do this and let's get it over and done.
Moving.
Yeah.
So whatever the girl's family feel, because some girls' families get aggrieved by that. When you guys are moving forward to Makoti, and it becomes a fight.
To my knowledge, umakota, you don't finish paying.
No, that's
To my knowledge.
It doesn't mean that. It means that it doesn't mean that. It means that she's always going to be a cost to you.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying whatever the fixed amount.
No.
So
you
negotiate.
finish. If it's 10,000, you pay the 10,000. Mama tumakoti agaqedwa. It means that like she's always going to be a
She's
cost.
always gonna demand money
No,
from you.
I get that. That makes sense. My knowledge, Guti, that 10,000.
You're not hearing what the guys are saying.
He's saying, Guti, you pay the 10,000. She's always going to be a cost of funny fridge, funny wave, funny what.
That's what the term means.
Yeah, that's what the
You're
term
saying
is.
you never finished the 10K.
Yes,
I'm saying the
that.
guys are saying that's not what it is.
Yeah, you finished
And
the 10K.
I'm saying I disagree from my knowledge. That's all I'm saying.
No, so that term umakoti agaqedwa means that like she's always going to be an expense because uzobe now and she's going to say like ekhaya kushota ifridge.
So the reason why I know it to be Gutagaqeti Lobole is so that there's always a door for her to go back home.
Are you serious, Mlotshwa? There's no door. No, Mlotshwa.
That one I can also disagree on. There's never a door.
Let me tell you. Mabathi umakoti agaqedwa, it's you finish the agreed amount of cows. Mabathi agaqedwa, it's because she's going to come live with you. Then she's going to be like, hey, uma ushota ngefridge endlini. Lobolo. It's coming out of you. So we are lobolo. That thing, there's no door. So what happens is there's a umakoti bamhlabela inkomo on the day nizombesa. Inkomo yokumkhipha. And then kuba nekist. So maniqeda ukumbesa ikist bathi uyowaba. So that's when she's coming to do the things. Bazombesa kini ke manje bekuthiwa umabo loyo. She leaves from here with that kiss because they've killed her and buried her here. The kiss is her coffin. And then makafika ngalikini niyamvusa. So she's basically died from her family. Even when she leaves, like they tell her, listen, njengoba uphuma lana, like that's it. You can't come back here. If you are gonna come back, labantu balapha, etc. She leaves. Then you do rituals on that side. Ukumvusa. Then nimthela ngenyongo. Then she's she's a wife. From there, culturally.
Let me just confirm. So, okay.
I know it slightly differently. And I just want to just hold on to that.
We'll come back.
We'll
come back to it. So you've spoken about Ilobolo, whatever's agreed by the family. And then you're saying Gambeswa. And then
Kunomabo.
And then Umakoti leaves here. She's done with her family.
Yeah,
this is important.
Yeah,
she's done with her family. She's now being transferred to the other family.
Yeah.
When she arrives at the other family, there's a welcoming ceremony.
I know what you want to ask. For her to now be considered a wife.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even trying to dispute anything. I just want us to have some type of understanding.
Okay.
Once she gets to the groom's family, they welcome her and then bamtela ngenyongo to say welcome.
Yeah.
After that moment, that physical moment, they are now married.
Yeah.
If on the just before Pumegubo there's a fight, someone stabs someone to her.
No,
not married.
No.
If as soon as she gets to your home, she swears at your mom, whatever, your mom's like, full sec, inyong I tell you, not married.
Not married.
It's only until Anakona we're assuming all positive feelings from everyone.
Yeah.
Until it tell you
to the extent where if let's say you and this is part of the test also, if niyafika nyambesa ne and umama wakayenziwa nakathelwa ngenyonga and she falls pregnant
With another man's child?
no with your child during that time lo mntwana lo kumele nizomhlawula futhi
Sure.
because he's
Because you're
born
violating. You're not, she's not your wife.
yeah exactly
And you know why I somewhat get what you're saying, Themba, is because obviously there was a famous lady on the radio station. She got married.
It's public news.
Yes.
No, her name, sorry, Pabi.
No. Anele.
Yeah.
Anele. Yes. Okay. There was a celebration. Someone posted pictures of it. I don't know if it's one of her friends.
Was it not? It wasn't Usizwe.
Yes, Caesar posted the pictures of the thing
someone
that happened.
posted, sorry.
Someone posted the images, and I think her family or the guys were coming to her family. I don't know. I think the lady side was going to the guy's family.
Yeah.
And she kept on saying, "Guys, I'm not married
Yet.
yet."
Yeah.
And people were so confused. So now I think the audience now can have a better understanding. She said, even that, she is right. Nyesuthu, she's not married.
Yeah.
It's in.
So this is your understanding of Isintu. And now to wrap it up before Penson comes in, if you were to advise legal minds, now we're bringing back the legal minds, you would say, if you want to have customary marriage per Western, please only recognize it after this process.
if I was advising legal minds yes
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you understand?
because the problem is like again like if the onus is on us to what's it extreme ownership then like why are we not like putting together like a team of lawyers, a team of cultural leaders, a team of whatever to go to the constitutional court and be like, guys, we understand the entering of a contract with this world, right? But how this thing is done in our world is this.
Sure.
So up until umuntu athelwa
this is
ngenyongo.
where the kings and the chiefs are
Mrs.
falling short.
Zulu must do. I was about to say, Mrs. Zulu, that's his responsibility
Yeah.
to do that.
So my point is goes back to what you were saying about writing certain things down, because Umkulu X, Umkulu Y, Umkulu Z will all see it differently.
Yeah,
So-
Penson uthi lobola
Yeah,
lapha.
Exactly.
but that's a problem.
Yes,
Like,
I hear you.
So the problem.
So there will be 100% people that will. There's someone somewhere that feels that what you're saying
Okay,
is wrong.
so there's 3 glasses here.
Sure.
We pour glasses. We all pour the glass the same way.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the way that we pour the bottle is the right way.
Yeah.
We need to go back to the source to ask the source.
I'm not even
how do we
disputing
pour-
it. I'm fully on your side. Uguti, saying that we go back to the source, and then from there we have this constitution of how things are done. Because there's going to be people that are going to say, Penson speaking bullshit, Euphonik speaking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because we don't have, and everybody has their own lived experience.
But why is it that like something that's written down holds more weight? Than
No,
something
but
that's
I'm saying when we go back to the source, whoever
Yeah,
goes back
yeah,
to
yeah.
whatever the source is, maybe we say the traditional leaders.
There's
Also,
also,
to answer that quickly,
Yeah.
it's because currently the Western courts supersede or dominate
and that's another
because
problem.
it's written.
That's
and
a problem.
then the dispute things look weak.
and
but
that's a
outside of
problem.
that, Themba, even in a family structure, you know, there's nothing written down.
I'm
And
sure-
now
Qeda
we need to have a blueprint on what we need to do as a family.
But
At least there must be some sort of a structure that we
the
go
problem,
back to.
The problem with that is that like, who is the blueprint coming from? And like I'm saying, if kunento kuthiwa umhlahlo, ne, which is like you and your whole family go and you sit with like angazi whether like I'm gonna call it inyanga for whatever purposes. Like who's going to be able to bring out idlozi lala ekhaya. Idlozi lala ekhaya will tell you guys this is how we do
These
things.
are the same sangomas we drink within the streets, in fact.
But
we
that's
need
what
to
I'm
be very
saying.
fair as well.
Yeah, but I know that, and that's why I said earlier on that like, unfortunately, I get it why most people like deviate from these things or shy away from these things because like the clouds that we have to lead us are like.
So, who's an Ezangoma?
No.
Sorry, Penson.
No, because it's a hard one because we sit here
Fit.
and it's
tough.
topics that we've unpacked hundreds of times, and it just never seems as if there's a agreed upon. This is exactly how it looks like.
Because you're not doing it how your people used to do it. You're doing it how these people are doing it.
Yes, I'm saying, Wuti, this person's gonna say, I went back to source. That person gonna say, I went
But
back to source.
that's why
I went back,
that's
you
why
know.
Mlotshwa. So like as an example, you wouldn't go by yourself and then come and feed back to Peñol. You guys would go together.
But we might be going to the
wrong person,
wrong
and that's
person.
where the problem
so now,
is.
I don't know it's the wrong person, right? I don't know it's the
Yes.
wrong person. So I take what they said as gospel truth.
And that's the problem.
And then I go and I sit on platforms and I say, this is the situation.
That's the problem.
And then I do my marriage like this. And then the civil court says,
because you know the reality is that like so I can say to you, no, like isiko liso silenza so.
Sure.
Kanti for you, you're supposed to add grapes to yours.
Yes.
So I'm telling you how it's done, but you're supposed to add grapes to yours. Yeah. You not adding grapes to yours is detrimental to you. So
because Mlotshwa is done slightly different.
Yes.
And even because it's Tagazel, Mlotshwa bafana bonke.
Yeah, exactly.
Khamba ngesigodi. Now you start thinking, Uti, if that's the case, you know, then the practices in which we do things has to change as well.
God for us all, guys.
I've got an important thing to add. I don't know if you're done.
Done, son.
You didn't want to add on to the
No, because again,
why need to know? Ngiyabuza. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
You do want to add.
Yes, I would like
No
to
problem.
add.
The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, kind sir. Konje wena usekho ku convo? Asikho lapho.
Nah, I want to bigger things. Abelungu beza bazongilanda. See you getting filthy there with the dirty blacks. They're so confused. Ken, come through. Nyaza baba. Baba mlungu. Ek is op pad af die firm. Wag vir my. Bigger better things with the belungus. Ngoba ngicula ngoRamaphosa Matuze. Mutsipe 2029. PM 29. Come on sebangena.
What is the Alpha hiccups though?
Oh, I think while you land. Prenup in community of property versus culture is one of the conversations that I haven't raised as yet, and it's important. Because my understanding, you're free to engage. My understanding is culture, as we know it from an English perspective, is patriarchal. What that means is if I've taken Umakoti into my family, you'll feel free to dispute whatever. When I've taken Umakoti into my family, she belongs to my family now. And if we're patriarchal, that word, that means whatever we own is going to be led by a man, being myself. If I pass on, there is no in community, she's getting my house. It'll go to the next man, being my dad or my brother.
I disagree.
It's fine. You'll be allowed.
Okay,
It'll be my dad or my brother or my firstborn son. If she's bringing money into the house, she's bringing money into Mlotshwa. So this thing of a woman who are empowered, making their own money, she's rich, these are her assets and what. I don't know if that falls under culture. You'll speak?
Yeah.
You'll speak? Are you breathing?
I am.
Are you breathing? Are you good? Thank you. So I'd just like to hear your opinions, because even the idea, because now we just try to define marriage in a scene. I'm trying to figure out, where do things like prenups in community of property come in? Are those even part of Isintu, or should those things not even be there at all?
So I'm going to say that the problem is ukuthi nina niyashada nithatha abafazi.
Oh, so deep.
Yeah, you understand it?
No.
Like uyashada awuthatha umfazi. Because ngeke usintu kuthiwa uphenywe ukuthatha umfazi. Right?
Is it like adoption?
It's not adoption, but you're taking a wife.
You're taking an asset.
I wouldn't call it an asset, but you're taking a wife.
Explain it to us English blokes.
So you have whatever your agenda is, whether it's I want to have 5 children, I want to build this, I want to build that, whatever it is your agenda. Ukuthatha umfazi is saying, lo mfazi lo is going to be the best person to help me do what I want.
My mission.
Do what I want to do.
Not our mission, my mission.
It's always going to be your mission, because
that's patriarchy, right?
Yes, it is. But yes, it is. But most marriages is seen to are matriarchies, because it's always the woman that ends up doing everything and leading everything and running.
But she's just the CEO, but you're the chairman. It's your vision.
Yeah.
That's patriarchy. So ukshata, what you were saying, ukuthi thina siyashada, sithatha umfazi. Ukshata is now a partnership.
I'm just heckling with that in my head before I give you an answer. Yeah.
You're saying the mistake is siyashada, which is a partnership.
Yes.
Come through, let's do our thing. And you're saying that's wrong.
And ngokwesintu, uma uthatha umfazi, then kuthiwa uphenyo luthathe uMasibeko as an example.
Oh, fuck me with the Spego girls.
Once again!
Get out of my DMs, man.
I don't know.
These Spego girls are in my DMs. Get the fuck out.
And then mawuzothatha uMasibeko, mawuzomthatha uzomfaka ne, like makenziwa umsebenzi wokwaba ne, we bazomthela ngenyongo. That happens at your main homestead. So basically your mom and father and dad live. Okay? Then from there uzohamba uyomakhela somewhere. So you're already giving her inheritance in advance. And that's where it's fucking us, because ngokwesintu, umfazi wakho, you give her inheritance in advance. So ngwakhela la, yonke into yakho izoba la. This is your house. If anything happens, I leave and I go away and there's no arguments and there's no fights. And that's
your house.
And that's what's understood.
My brother doesn't come into manage
No, but we don't know. Most people don't. Not most people.
Do you know that? Do you know the problem is? The
Yes.
problem is that, like, we don't live in our homesteads anymore. We live
Okay,
here,
cool.
and
Yeah.
here the house has to be under somebody's name. And when the house is under somebody's name, call it he's married, he's not married, but he's living with someone. All of those things. Call it she's not gonna fight. Call it she's not gonna fight. You would come and be like, no, muzgapute, no puta kaseko.
Yes.
Yeah. So you basically he would take over your family and
Yes.
raise your family.
That's what I know to be. There's
But it's her house.
It's still her house because
I'm just supervising
Yeah,
for her and her children.
because call it you'd be married. Let's say you're married, or even if you're not married, like you'd have to build for yourself somewhere else. So even if you look in the Quran, I think it's verse 4.4.
This is the Quran.
Yeah, verse 4.4. You are supposed to give your wife her inheritance in advance. Like it's part of that. Okay, ngula ngizokakhela khona.
So when these
You know,
Zulu women keep saying, what is ongakelo muzi?
Exactly,
It's speaking to
exactly.
that.
But some
you
people,
want to dispute.
No, I'm just saying, no, not dispute per se, because I mean, we realize that we've got different cultures and people.
No, but please
Yeah.
feel free to dispute per your...
Some people see that the woman never has any form of inheritance. If you pass
She'll
away,
always be a child in this
yeah,
family.
the brother comes in.
No,
and
but-
he
Because
becomes that.
the
But
That's your understanding as well.
No, but that's a problem. Like when you mix these two worlds, because mangithi ngwakhela la, I'm saying my kids that you're gonna have with me are gonna live
But it's
here.
not a mixing.
No.
He's saying whatever kids are born, inganza kamlocho.
Yes.
You're just a conduit. You're just an assistant here.
Yes,
That's what
but-
I
But
know
these
it to
things
be.
will always belong to the
Yes,
men here.
because then
we'll
the
take care of
yeah.
you as one of our
Yes.
children,
The
but
girl
you'll
children-
never own any.
Yes,
the
that's what
girl
I'm saying.
children, the girl children will leave here and go be married elsewhere, and the boys will stay here. But so that's why, like me as an example, la ngihlala khona kusumuzi wami, umuzi kababa. That's why guys will be like, nenzani lemzini kababa, because akusumuzi wami, umuzi kababa.
But it's also not umuzi of your wife.
Yes, you're proving the point.
Umuzi kababa.
Yes.
But it's not umuzi of your wife.
It's umuzi kababa.
Does your wife live there?
And that's why I'm saying, Guti, the problem is mixing the two worlds, because this girl would have grown up understanding and knowing, Guti, I'm not going there to own anything. I'm going there to go help that guy.
No, I'm saying we're not mixing because this is not a Western thing. These are two different.
But I'm saying
black-
that I'm saying either way. I'm saying the girl would have grown up knowing, Guti, like the trajectory of my life is that I want to look at how the Jews do it. Like Jewish girls sometimes don't even go to varsity because they're like, no, all I need to do is be a good wife and support my husband. Muslim girls, most of them do the same thing.
So, per your understanding,
it's
there
different.
is no prenup, there is no in community, but it also sounds like you're saying there is no
It's because
woman
it's
empowerment.
because that
So women can't get jobs and buy their own assets.
no. Of course they can. Because,
No, I know they can. I'm saying a scene too. I need to.
yeah, because actually we've merged these two worlds now.
No, but I'm trying to not merge them.
Do you know what it's the same? It's the same as like if you live in the homeland, right? There's no ongoing property tax. But if you're gonna buy a house here, there's ongoing property tax. So you've complicated your own life by leaving your homeland to come live here in this place where they're like, listen, here
The
there's
question
property
still
tax.
stands.
But I feel
Your
like there's a.
understanding-
I think now it's
my answer to that is the way isn't does it seem to work. It's already prescribed that you're supposed to give this person her inheritance before.
No, my question is this. My question has to do with women working and making money.
Let me finish.
Sure.
So if she doesn't bear children, and if there's no one to, even if your brother, then that's her house.
No, but I think that
Please
you
answer me on the money, because
But
the question
before we
I'm
go
trying
there, Mlotshwa, we need to expand on this. I think now that there's a confusion of the two.
Yeah, maybe I'm not understanding what you're
I think
asking.
we're all mixing it now, because what I understand it to be is that the woman will never own any asset in the family. If on a WAP order, the brother comes in.
or the father or
Or
the
the
first
father.
born
But
son.
someone comes
That's what
in.
I'm saying. I'm saying ngokwesintfu, if you're living in the homeland,
Yeah.
lo mhlaba lo kuzothiwa umhlaba wakankosi lona. And then in this land, I'll say, no, masibani ngomakhela le phansi. Then me as a son, when I need to leave home to go build my own thing, I'll go to the chief. Chief, then I bring a bottle or bring a cow or whatever it is to a corn dialogue. Then my own piece. Then in that piece, I'll say, in this corner here. And if you're going to be polygamous, then you'll say, okay, this corner here is going to be for this person, this corner here is going to be that for that person. Then in your absence, that's always her piece of land and her children.
And you're saying no. Because you're the one that raised this, so I'm not sure if you're happy. I want to ask something else.
No, what I'm saying is the man still decides what happens with that. It's not up to her to decide from what I know.
You said the land and the house is hers.
But I'm saying, why would she want to agree on something that she's grown up knowing, this is what I'm going to do?
Okay, I'm clear. Thank you.
Please clarify for me.
No, I'm saying from what I'm getting is the fact that she knows by default that me going into that homestead, I know that the things aren't mine. I'm there to multiply, but everything else is going to be run by a man. Whether it's my man or it's going to be the brother, whatever happens.
It's Western things that are like, no, you need to have a title deed here. You need to have ownership over that.
Yeah, totally.
In culture, it's already understood. And that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to call it Upilisi to Pen, and then you leave and you want to come live in Randburg, right? Like, this house has to have a title deed. Each house has to have a title deed.
I'm not understanding what Themba is saying, because my understanding is that Ngesintu women don't have any inheritance.
But he's saying that.
I'm saying that. I'm saying the
He's
problem
saying
is
that.
that when you are...
In the West, they can inherit. So, but
listen to
where the confusion was that you pay the inheritance before.
You don't pay it.
Yes, but you were saying, Muti, the inheritance is given before. That's where I got confused. Because my thing is, and we will maintain you, even if I'm
We will maintain
the
you.
Mlotshwa family will maintain you.
She has rights of use, like a tenant.
Yes, we will maintain
She's not
you
a landlord.
as long as you behave within the family Watwati rules. We will maintain you till the days you die. But masufa in ganzala ikaya.
But you're a tenant.
Because not...
Themba sounded like he was saying the woman is the landlord.
That's
It's
what
her
I
house.
heard when he
I
said
think it changed.
the inheritance.
No, I'm not
Because when he
changing.
said you give the inheritance first, it almost felt like
I'm giving you a house.
I'm giving you something that you can own.
You're going to be a landlord.
Do you know where
Yeah,
you're confusing
and
it?
that's
Do you know
where
where
I
you're
got
confusing it?
confused. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
confusing it where in this piece of land, kuhlala abantu bakamlotshwa only.
Okay.
So even that's here, umuntu wakamlotshwa. This woman, makaseka yonke into yenziwe yakhe la, umuntu wakamlotshwa. So this remains the property yakamlotshwa.
Sure.
Where it gets confusing is when you leave the homelands and come to the city. In the city, they're like, this piece of land here is under his name. In the event that he dies, his next of kin, who is his wife, according to civil, must have it. Which is why, like, because they'd always bring out the paper to prove this is mine.
Okay, let me ask this question I wanted to ask. I don't think you are hearing me.
My daughters are calling me, but
Do you need to answer?
let me just tell them I'll phone them later.
You don't need to answer. You can answer.
Guys, I'll call you later. I'm doing an interview, okay? What are you eating? You're always eating. What? Let me see. I don't want to show your faces, but I'm gonna show.
No,
they won't be
don't
on
show
camera.
anything.
No, you're showing to us. Show
Yeah,
to us.
that's me and.
Hello.
Okay, I'll speak to you guys later, right? Cheers.
Dope dads.
Bye.
Please speak to Edit. Mustn't show that cut.
But how is
not.
it? But
Are you
No,
fine to
it's the kids, man.
No,
I don't know
I'm
if it was a
saying
video.
No, they didn't show. It's fine.
I'll show their faces.
yeah, there's no
I thought it's
faces,
a
no
video.
names.
I want to ask this
nothing.
Maybe you
question.
can beep out their names.
Did you say their names?
Yeah.
We've spoken about Isinto, and I'm asking you, is it possible to get married in Isinto and have a woman who is empowered, making her own money, owning her own assets? Or are we now moving away from Isinto, whereby if I'm marrying a woman with that type of ideology, I cannot, by design, marry her in Isinto?
I'm gonna say it's tough now. It's
super tough.
It's tough. It's probably.
But I'm saying by design.
Borderline
So
impossible.
if
It's
we
impossible.
agree,
Now it's
Western
impossible. Now it's
Isinto is
impossible.
patriarchal,
Now it's impossible.
I'm meeting a woman. She makes her own money.
Now it's impossible.
She wants to buy assets.
Now it's impossible.
If she says no, but I'm a traditional girl, I'm like, we can't because you're not coming to be my helper.
impossible.
Unless if whatever money you're gonna make is gonna come to me,
Yes.
which I've heard some women do, by the way. They earn very well and they give the entire salary to their man and they're seen as crazy. But it's like, no, mina nga shatela kwankosi. So whatever umjuluko wami goes to ubaba.
But
he
that-
decides.
but-
If
but-
he tells me to quit work tomorrow,
Sure.
I quit. But it's not mine. Mina ngisebenzela ubaba.
But that question
Mind
is
you,
also,
if she's not doing that,
how
then
were you
that means-
raised? If she was raised like that, then that's going to be palatable
No,
to
forget
her.
raised. So raised is a discussion. I'm talking about when we're looking at again, we're having an academic conversation. And someone's listening, and maybe we're breaking whatever thoughts they had with Norm. I thought I could get married in Isintu.
We're going too
I
far.
realize I can't
No,
because
you can't.
Isintu says I have to be his helper and serve his agenda. And there's no way I want to do for my family.
But that's
as a
what I'm
woman.
saying.
Not just
That's what I was
Isintu,
saying.
religion as well.
That's why I was saying Tina say Ashata as tight abafaz.
Shata is a partnership.
Yeah.
Umfazi, which is what I was trying to say,
Yeah.
is an adoption.
Yeah,
She
Umfazi.
becomes almost your child
You are employing her.
I wouldn't
to
say
be a
I
CEO.
wouldn't
Let's
go-
give her a nice title.
Yeah,
She's
to
a
me.
CEO.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
but
go
but
there.
you
I
have
wouldn't say
employed
child,
her
man. Come
as-
on.
Yeah,
No,
She was adopted as a child.
but what's-
Employed as a CEO.
My firstborn child is the most important person in my life.
Okay.
So putting someone as a firstborn being your wife, I think, especially for a man, it's like you're so I'll tell you all my secrets, give me all my money, all my passwords. It's meant to be the biggest compliment.
But you know in Swaziland, mabakubuta ukuthi bantwana bakuphi, it includes your wife.
It should. She's your firstborn.
Mabathi bantwana bakuphi, it includes your wife in Swaziland.
Hey, that's why
You like Swaziland.
Keep quiet. Eh?
Do you know what other conversation guys are not ready for?
Yeah.
Let's say so loboli luqedile, and then your wife goes out and gets impregnated by another guy. You know that's your child.
What?
You're married, seniqedile, yonke into's done.
Yeah, makes sense.
Your wife goes and gets pregnant by another guy.
I hate this example. Can I give a better example?
Because Shwashambok under Mlotshwa.
No, I want to
No,
give
because it's sinye sakhe. So it goes back to
Yeah.
If she wasn't married
Yeah.
and someone got her pregnant, the kid's surname would be
her father.
her father's.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, a better example, because I hate this one. Is
Why do you hate it?
because it obviously triggers niggas.
Do you want a hug?
I think niggas need a hug. I don't want to make this a big case study. My father, I'm just creating a hypothetical, so please don't dispute whether it's possible or not. My father sees a young girl from a family that they really admire, and he's like, I want to lobola this girl on behalf of my son. They'll do whatever later, but I don't want any other family to lay a stake. And her family is agreeable. My father goes and lobolas a 15-year-old girl. To the Western world, it looks disgusting. My father knows he's lobolaing this child for his 17-year-old boy. And he's like, this girl's going to come and serve our family. And we're going to groom her to one day be my son's wife.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason, the girl and my son don't get along, another man can come and lobola her, but from me as the father.
No.
Okay, let's use another example.
No.
You marry
Yes,
a woman.
they can.
No,
So
they can't.
you use the pregnancy.
you can't?
Let me try and shift it. So she doesn't get impregnated by another guy. She meets another guy. Guy really likes her. You and her have been beefing for a while.
Yeah,
You
mela
sleep in-
zolobola kuwe.
you sleep in different
Yeah, mela
houses.
zolobola kuwe.
The guy must come and lobola her from you
Yeah.
because she's now under you.
Yeah. Which
That's-
is why
that's the better
which is
example.
why and it's
They
never
can't go to her
No,
old family
no, no, no.
because it's like hey,
No.
we used to have a girl like that. We don't anymore.
which is why most, especially people that understand culture, will rather hide ukuthi my wife uphume waya ngaphandle because they understand ukuthi then that guy's family needs to come and speak to me, and that's not happening.
Sure. Okay.
It's tough.
Can you just imagine?
This is why Sintu doesn't work because niggas want to.
Because
Because now
niggas
another
wanna
nigga's
do this.
family is coming here to say that they smashed my
no,
wife.
let's not
Let's
even go far. Let's not even go far. Sin lobolile nqedile nibesane nithelane ngenyongo. You guys break up in order for her to marry somebody else. Mele bazomlobola la kuwe.
Yes.
But that's one thing. That's one thing because now we separated. I'm
saying another guy must come and be like,
Yes, but it's Klaben. I get that.
Sanibona sonke luhlobo kuhle, and you're like,
Because it's one thing
motherfucker.
once we've separated, sesihlukene. I'm talking about mina ngisamthanda umngam. I love her. She's
getting
fucking
smashed.
yeah.
And I don't know that she
Shut
got
up, back
smashed.
shot.
Now she's
Back shots are
pregnant.
serious, yeah.
She's getting thorough back shots. Now they're coming ukzo hlawula.
But also it's how we put it, like because of like how we grew up in the West. Somebody smashing my wife. Ngisinto kuthiwa ungenwe ubani.
Okay, ungeno ban. Now they're here. I love my wife. And knowing Muti
No,
there's
you
a
can tell them to go away, right?
no, but
He's saying this is why guys hide because they don't want to do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just imagining how painful it is because they want to do the right thing. They don't want to lowball the child. They don't. My friends
They just want to say we're sorry.
We're sorry.
No, phela
We don't want to
ukudelela
have bad.
It's considered ukudelela lokho. So
Ukuzohlawula.
nabo they wouldn't.
By uhlawula.
Yes, nabo they wouldn't because it's considered ukudelela lokho. So the
So
person,
when-
the
They
person,
wouldn't. They wouldn't what?
they wouldn't come and do that because
No, but if it's known, Fitz, I think just to apologize if they want to keep good relations, they know
no,
their son fucked up.
kuzohlawula madala side and ukuthi uhlawulela ini, it won't be a conversation, but it's leyo ukuthi bazohlawula bese balobola umntwana.
No, Globola he's saying out. He's
No,
just
listen
saying
to me. Listen to me. Umntwana uyahlawula uyalotshola.
Yes.
There's two different things.
100%.
Yeah, and those things are separate from the mom.
100%.
So because most people bayenza umkhuba ukuthi mawumithisile then uyalapha then mawuhlawula bese uyalobola ulobole untombazana. Kanti if ufuna ukulobola untombazana ufika uhlawula umntwana, geza umuzi, lobola umntwana.
Yes, you're
And
not
then-
hearing us.
yes,
You're
and-
separating
Yes,
it.
I was
He's saying
separating it.
they're not lobolaring Mtwana. They only came to Shaula to say sorry.
To say sorry for what they've done. Ukudelela lo.
No,
Awuthathi
no,
ingozi?
it's not. No.
No. They also know what they did was wrong and they know the child belongs to
Yeah,
you. Because that's your wife.
bazohlawula.
They just came to pay damages to say we're sorry.
Sometimes it's not even like it's not even a conversation. It's just like like bro code. It's like you're sending gomos and you'll know ukuthi bahlawulela
Uthi nike sebefuna ukulobola nengane because bafuna ukuyithatha ngithi eyabo. Abana ingane abana next.
That's for you now to say yes or no.
Hlazo.
But Kampe, out of now being triggered, you'll be like, take this piece
Take
of
this
shit
thing.
child, you fucking...
And now umama uyakhala ngifuni ngengane yami.
You know, what's another? It seems like this is a traditional conversation, putting things straight.
Tribal talks.
Tribal talks. What I want to ask, because I'm thinking of a lot of things where there's current situations where things are being done wrong. Let's say there's a couple, they break up and they have a kid. And then the lady moves on to another guy. Some cultures say that, from what I've heard, is that when they want to take ingosi, let's say the lady moves on, bafuna ukuthatha ingosi, should they go back to the original father? Ukuhlawula.
No, but the girl's family shouldn't allow that either because lo akusigazi lalomfana. So he shouldn't do it. They can have a conversation about him going with the mother abayokhulisela ngale, but leyo ukuthi bazomhlawula, it's like uhlawula ini. And the thing is, like, that's why some guys like have like a lot of uthola ukuthi izinto zakho ziva grand and then uyahamba uyohlawula umntwana ongasi wakho amadlozi wakho, like, what are you doing?
But then what do you do in a situation? What do you do in a situation of a stepfather? Let's say a couple, they split, and then the lady moves on, there's a stepdad to the kid, and then the kid is getting married. Who must hold the ceremony? Is it the original dad, even though they are separated, or is it the stepfather?
The question there would be, did the father do everything right for the child?
They say they did.
Yes, then so for instance, like stepfather, call it a girl,
Sure.
the girl, but
Yeah.
the girl's original father did everything right. Akulotshola stepfather, akulotshola kubaba.
Okay.
Inkomo mele
only
kubaba
makes sense.
because ubaba uzikhiphile inkomo, he did everything right. Ukuthi mom and dad get along is inconsequential.
This is also why I was saying earlier, if the child is going to be raised in the mother side of the family, I don't understand why this gent is maintaining
So
something that is not his.
So ngokwesintu, like, if you're gonna follow it properly and you're not gonna like deviate from it, kumele ukuthi like mawuzohlawula umntwana and let's say you and the mom are no longer together, you then have a conversation with, okay, because this child is still young and they need their mother,
Yes.
they can be raised by the mother, but
Yes.
still when the child is old enough, abuye azokhuliswa
fair.
ngabo. The problem is that like the mothers now say no.
Hey, they keep the kid.
The other problem is that like call it you uphilisa into kuphela, ne? And then like, okay, let's not call it ukuphilisa into. Let's like, I get a girl pregnant, right? And then siyahamba sohlawula siyalobola. By virtue of that process, is sikhuluma into yesintu, ne? When the child is of age and they're supposed to come back to be raised under my surname, the mother can dispute it and then she hits civil.
Yes,
Then
this
we've
is
got-
exactly what
then
happens.
we've got problems.
Yes.
And in all of this, the woman and her family expect you to maintain, regardless of what movement, because they hide under civil.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your responsibility.
So that's
You're
the
like,
problem.
but the child doesn't have my surname.
The problem is the
and
merging of these two
Fulani
worlds because they
and
collide.
So isn't the best thing then is for the guys to basha ilobola then don't go to Home Affairs? Isn't that a solution?
Marriage?
Yeah.
Or no longer the child now?
Yeah, no, sorry, yeah, it's a different thing. Sorry. Isn't part of the solution is to say, look, if you guys initiate into faith, you lobola, you do everything, don't go to Home Affairs. Forget that system.
Can I do something quickly? Can I go around the room and ask each of you what you guys conclude is the best solution, and then you can give yours and everyone can give theirs. Yours, sir. I think you were giving
Best solution for
Please, can I understand
for marriage,
contact
considering
that
the clashes with customary and civil.
You say? Tamtiman?
Oh no, I was trying to understand what your question was. Okay, I got it.
What, his question?
So no, is the question that we're answering, what is the best
In
regime
your
to be
opinion,
married under?
for black people out there, considering this chat, what would you recommend?
What country
that
are you
black
in?
gents do?
What country are you in?
Yeah.
Don't lobola. Just go straight to Home Affairs. And do a prenup and go to Home Affairs and sign. Because that's ultimately what's going to govern your life anyways.
Also, either way, yafa. No more I'm traditionalist.
Yeah.
It can be, someone can fight it in the court of law.
The thing is like, then it goes back to the onus is on you. So if I'm like, the way I would do both. And it would be a tedious process for me to do both because I'm honoring this and understanding that I live here. Yeah. But I'm saying if you're a guy that you're Christian and your wife is Christian and your girlfriend is Christian, like, don't bring the ancestors in on it. Don't bring...
What's your solution?
I have to think about it. I'm not sure.
What's your solution?
Yeah, no. In 2026, don't waste your time.
With
Like
what?
you can do amalobol and all those things out of symbolism, whatever the case is, but
for
vibes,
and for the gram.
Yeah, but for the gram, but you don't have to deep dive into membe solo against you don't have, because ultimately it's all goes under the course of law.
So confusing.
You know, it's gonna
You
confuse
agree
you.
with
It's gonna
would you focus your energy if you're getting married on civil signing
on what the
prenups?
courts will look at.
Because that's the
You
more
know.
dominant force.
Yeah.
100%. Because if you're thinking, Guti, I'm going to do this because the Sinto says this, once the law is involved, you will
see
lose.
flames.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. So
You
rather,
will see your fucking ass.
so rather do the traditional
that thing
stuff as
doesn't play.
symbolism. They're gonna have
No,
go
when
to
a
the
woman's
CBD,
fed up, we have
buy
to
the
argue.
beads, buy the what, take
So
Omega, shop, do that. But understand this here is what takes precedence.
Okay, Dube's got a question, guys.
You haven't come up with a solution.
No, I haven't. Dube's got a question. He hasn't had the mic.
Since
So
we do,
there
babe.
is.
Not just one question. So the question from my side is, you've been speaking Kingpen with Usisola, and I think there was
Zola.
yes,
Okay, who's a legal expert?
I know Zola.
Yeah.
I know Zola well, actually.
yes.
Hi, Zola.
So
Not like that. Not like
Hi, Zola.
So I understand what you guys are speaking about right now, but I remember in one of the episodes you guys had, Nai, you were speaking about the fact that if someone can prove dependency as a romantic partner, right, and have receipts of actually depending on you financially and otherwise, they can then in, like, let's say the event of your death, be able to say, hey, umuntu thize thizeni kade depend again, and so in their afterlife, I have a
That is a civil thing, though. That's what we're saying. We're saying the courts.
yes, and so now I'm saying, so let's say people abaloboli and people cohabit.
Oh, fat and set. Keep it.
Keep it.
So
Keep it
where
here.
does that put them? Does that cohabiting also not
The onus is on you if that's what you're gonna
constitute
do.
some kind of-
If you're gonna cohabit, then you have to be governed by what's gonna burn you at the end.
You still don't have a solution? Okay, let me give mine quickly. Number one, I think people need to stop getting married.
No, that's one of the pinnacle of the solutions.
Don't even start. Don't sign, fuck all, don't go to Home Affairs.
You see, like,
but if you want to get married, I fully agree. Rather just do civil and do
Cool,
the
what
traditional as
Okay,
No matter either way, even in the example that you bring, you don't get married. The law still kicks in, though.
because
The
you're
law kicks
cohabiting.
in. Are you guys
Now I'm
living
going to
together?
answer two, and that's two best
Do you know
questions.
what? Do you know what? Actually, like on a very like simplistic POV, I agree with you. Where it heckles with me in my head is, so when you have children, you are now bringing them into this world and you are forcing your way of life on them because you should have just done things right.
I did do things right. I didn't get married.
But already the law is gonna give them whatever it is. Yafana, either way.
Okay, on a spiritual level, it would be wrong.
But law, either way, they'll get something.
Yeah, on civil, they'll get something, obviously.
Okay,
But
cool.
I'm saying on a spiritual level, then like, aksabu Mlotshwa la bantu laba.
No, but then I have to believe in what you believe in for it to be wrong.
That's also true.
I don't believe in Isintu.
Sure, fair.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So okay.
No, but there's a counter to that. You don't have to believe that you have got certain traits of people that come before you, but you have them. Whether you believe in them or not is irrelevant.
Do you know my point of view on a lot of these things is that duty supersedes personal preference. So my personal preference is that, like, I wouldn't want to get married, but what is my duty?
No, but I hear you. But the belief thing that he's speaking about, he's saying that he doesn't believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
But there's aspects of him, whether he believes in it or not, he's got certain traits of the people that come before him.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that come before him is the duty.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
and then he's talking about personal preference. He's saying my personal preference is to not get married and not do whatever it is that my forefathers used to do because that was them. It's got nothing to do with me. So I'm saying duty supersedes your personal preference.
I get you now.
So for me, it's not a personal preference. My duty is to actually fix what they did wrong. It's not because I'm like, oh, this is so much work. It's because I think how they were living seemed to make sense. And it doesn't now. I retain the principle. There's no disrespect. I don't look at my ancestors like they were bums or my forefathers rather.
Yeah.
It's me saying I want to keep to the principle and what's important. That's okay.
I would argue with you because
And in the modern world, we're living a certain way. Now, where guys are trying to follow duty, they are doing it in English, paying money. And then they have to fight courts and take their kids' birth certificates or home affairs. But they're telling me it's duty and it's...
Yeah.
So for me, I'm trying to align universality, what's very important and key, with the right way of living. So my kids are not struggling unnecessarily.
tough boy.
Right?
Sure.
Are you breathing?
You're in the wrong podcast.
I respect Themba's belief system. And to be honest, all of us are meant to be living Isintu.
That's fact.
Isintu, to be honest, is prescribed because there were men before us who decided to formalize it. Ukuthelwa kwenyongo and those things requires an animal to be alive. Kissed, which came much later, was not even something that we were doing. Some men decided that this is what looks best.
Yeah.
And I can respect that. It made sense. I can see how it protects society and I personally, not him, I personally think I have a higher duty to fight some of those things because I see how destructive they are for people that are even trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to transcend that so that I can be free. The mother is free. My children are free. But we're living within principles.
I have another POV for that.
No, you can hit.
Okay,
And
my POV. So, like, when I started traveling a lot, part of the reason why I was traveling is because I was always heckling with this like lento le yesintu in my head. So I was going to like China, I was going to India, I was going to all these like where like ancient religions or ancient cultures started to go and find out and understand like what is it, like am I looking at the right thing, is it the right thing, etc, etc. And there's a guy, do you know Bashar? There's a medium called Bashar.
Okay.
He calls those things permission slips. So in the end, if you strongly believe in something and you accept it as true, then your environment is going to start aligning to that thing.
Yes.
And it's a permission slip. So for me, Isintu is my permission slip. It's the thing that makes me understand the universe better.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Isintu is incredibly beautiful.
Yeah. So like that's my permission slip. Your permission slip could be like, no, if I drink this bottle of water every single day, I'm going to be a billionaire. And you're not wrong.
Sure.
It's just your permission slip. It's just how deep do you believe in that? So like we've all got these like permission slips, and that's why there's like, even if you look within Christianity, like where it's like there's Greek Orthodox, there's this, there's that, like,
Yeah,
etc.,
yeah.
etc., etc. It's because the guys that sat and came up with this were like, I prefer to permission slip this thing this way. I prefer to permission slip this thing this way, and that's why they
Denominations.
Because if you also look at like there's high level similarities between Ushembe and Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Hey, let him know.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's high level similarities, even in the way of life and like how people should live and the rules and regulations. It's just your permission slip. If that's what you strongly believe, I accept it as true, then you're not wrong.
Sure. Would you like to try and answer Caesar? Or give your views?
Yeah, look.
His argument is basically almost like, but what about cohabitation and the dangers around it versus getting married?
I'm a firm believer which is 2026. You know, so again, unless you guys are planning to live this weirded out life, we fucked when it comes to civil law.
Are you happy with the sound? It's a bit far from the mic.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to look at him at the same time.
Yeah, I agree with that. As far as civil law is concerned.
Yeah, so either way, you can lobola, not lobola. You can go to, you can get married, not go married. The moment it used to be 5 years. I think it's 3 years now. The law sees you guys as a couple now. So
There's no such thing as a common law spouse.
what do you mean?
Lento Ishoyo.
You guys are not a couple.
Just living together doesn't mean anything.
So you
Yeah,
can
it's just proving dependency. So you can live with someone.
so,
but she's
so
not
I can
dependent
kick her
on
out after 3 years. I can kick her out.
As far look,
So how
the
is
legal
it as a
minds, the
tenant?
legal minds can,
so
the
how is
legal
it
minds
as a
can
tenant that you
advise.
can't kick someone out?
I'm not aware of common
heard,
law.
I've heard the same. The thing is like what he was talking about is, and what Zola's talking about is that when someone can prove dependency.
Yeah.
Because what we do as guys is like, my spine, I'll look after everything.
Not even just that. I'm just saying, so for example, if you're a landlord and people come and
No,
squat
but now
at
you
your
get
place,
into like.
just hear me out.
So you're talking eviction.
Just hear me out. I'm
No,
talking about kicking her out. So I'm talking
I've
about
heard
That's
the same
eviction.
thing that
So
Penson
I
is
get
saying.
to,
You're talking eviction.
Sure. She lives here. Nah? She's been living here for the past 5 years. And I'm kicking her out.
3 months.
3 mons. So
Ntwana, that's human
Okay,
rights.
perfect.
That's Themba coming to squat at your place.
Perfect.
If he
So-
doesn't have a place to stay,
perfect. So it goes to my point. So we've been together for 3 years. So I can't even kick her out if we break up.
unless if you can get her somewhere else to stay.
Unless I get her somewhere else to stay.
I mean,
So
But that's eviction law. That's got nothing to do with
but it's
anything
talking
else.
about a breakup. Which is
No, it's not a breakup thing. This is what I'm trying to say. So dependency, as an example,
Yeah.
if I send you e-wallets every month, 10K, and I
irrelevant if you're
die,
married or not. That's what
I'm
Mlotshwa
sending
saying.
you as my brother. You can go and claim for my estate.
I'm not even talking about that.
I know what you're saying. I'm trying to say, Udube's question and what we're speaking about marriage. I'm removing romance, marriage, and I'm trying to explain that I can cohabitate with Themba.
Sure.
And I can send him money every month. And I make sure
Perfect.
which is Nepekon.
Sure.
I can't just evict him. If I die, he can actually be like, I was dependent on this guy. That's
so,
not surely.
so where I'm going to is deeper than just what Usizwe was going about. So I was trying to say in the sense of Uguti, it's become so tough legally that if you live with a person, you know, if you're the one person paying the groceries, paying rent, even though you weren't sending her e-wallets, you know, it's tough to just say we've broken up, get the fuck out of my place. That already is tough because the law then will come in. So just always understand whatever decisions that you make, Uguti, the overarching principle here is the civil law of the country.
Sure.
That's all I'm trying to respond to YouTube.
No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've sort of half answered, but the problem with marriage, it comes with so many implications. Because whether you guys live together or not, or you're sending e-wallets or not, just by being married, there are so many problems when you get divorced, when someone dies. But in terms of cohabitation, it's really dependent a lot on how you guys live. If you're both contributing, great. Partnership and the problem comes in when you've bought a house, maybe you've bought a car, you're sending her money every month, you're like, Mina, I'm not a simp, I'm not going to get married.
Yeah.
She can have more claims than a woman who is married,
Yeah.
based on how you're living.
And what she can
So
prove.
that becomes the danger, which is maybe the deeper conversation. People like myself who are non-believers in marriage, who believe in cohabitation, co-parenting and kids, maybe that's the deeper conversation to say, okay, since we're not getting married, what do you propose? How do you propose we live in a way that protects me, but also doesn't disadvantage the person that I really love
You know,
and
like-
want to build a family with outside of marriage?
You know, like there was another thing that I was looking at, like more bigger, like in a traditional homestead, the guy will have his own
Home.
home
Ahlala khona
and
yedwa.
and then he'll go visit his wife
Yes.
and his children. Then Like, so that this is not he knows that this is not mine.
I'm fucking
and this
scared
is his.
to tell you what I'm thinking.
And then
Tell us what
also,
you're thinking.
I'm not sure which European country, I won't speak about it like like factually, but when they were trying to gentrify and like they were started being space conscious, that's when they moved away from the husband has his own bedroom and the wife has her own bedroom to we'll put 2 beds in one room to we'll just have 1 bed.
You reckon that's where this comes from?
No, I'm saying that like it's trickled down.
I'm saying,
from
do you
there.
think you believe that's where this comes from?
No, I'm saying I'm saying one of the aspects is that it's trickled down from there because I'm saying if as an example, like call it Ngesintu, I live here, you live there. There's no argument when it's over. Like I just stay here and you stay there. Like and then in the West, call it Europe or whatever, like I'd be in my own room, you'd be in your own room.
Yeah.
As an example. I'm just
And
saying that
then-
like
and then capitalism kicked in.
Yeah, it's just
Now we
gotten-
sleep on the same bed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
On top of
fucking
each other.
capitalism. It's always fucking capitalism.
Labo prank from another man. But it's later.
That's not necessary. Let's fucking calm down.
I just wanna ask.
I love sleeping by myself. I think I'll only say that. That's as controversial it's going to get. I love sleeping by myself.
Just tell me your hypothetical ideas.
No, it's not
These are not your
hypothetical.
ideas, they're hypothetical.
I love
This is a
sleeping by
download from the
myself.
So there's a mate of mine I was speaking to last week and he was
Okay.
telling me this thing and I thought it was interesting.
What did he say?
Definitely not me.
Sure,
my
sure.
mate.
Okay.
So the idea of Umchita living by himself and just visiting, whether
love
mama or mama.
I love that.
Really, for me, it sounds like the model. Worse if you've got children with different.
But you're
women.
recreating the thing that exists already.
No, I'm not knocking it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say what I'm thinking.
In this day and age, that's the
Manje
most
khona abantu
ideal.
abazobuka le video, bathi, "Hawu."
I mean, humans.
So you want to stay by your... No, that's not what I said. I said I heard a mate.
I mean,
in
last
this-
week.
Wami ute.
In this day and age.
Mlotshwa,
Because also, have you read that article that talks about, I'm going to use the word emancipation, but like it's probably the wrong word, how when they introduced contraceptives for females, it changed how females view the world.
Yes,
Have you read that article?
yeah, I've read it.
Can you just like...
I think you might be able to explain it better.
So, Mina, my understanding of contraception is already from a hormonal point. The way that they view men has changed.
No.
No.
So from
not right.
a freedom point of view, because before, remember, like a girl's virginity was like her gold, and then her not sleeping around was her gold.
100%
And her
that.
not because sleeping around meant you could possibly fall pregnant.
Pregnant, yeah.
This is pre-contraception. So when the contraceptions were introduced, it was like, oh shit, we're liberated.
It's a free for all. It's a free fucking for all. No, but I was going deeper.
I don't think we should go deeper.
I just saw a video. I just saw a
How-
video on YouTube how birth control changed the world.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But no,
I
it's
just-
100% that. It's changed
Yeah.
the whole landscape. For
Yeah.
example, the FERB pandemic went, right?
Yeah.
Because those people can FERB now without consequence.
Yeah.
And secondly, on a deeper level, it's changed how they pallet men. You know, so how they attract, because again, this suppresses estrogen.
Yeah, but
suppresses-
is that a contraception thing, or is that a global equality thing?
I'm just talking about the.
Please tell me what
The-
you took
the-
away from the article.
On a very simplistic level, I took away that females could do more with no consequences. And
When
I say
con-
more, I'm being very broad about
Sure.
it.
When contraceptives were introduced into the world, it mentally liberated women to be like, go wild.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like now I can't
Outside
sleep,
of just
I can't
sex.
sleep with the two brothers and not fall pregnant.
Sure.
I can.
You're liberated.
So when you
and
go, when you say
abundance of
contraception, you're starting at condom, because I'm starting it at the birth control pill.
No, I think what it did to men also. I'm saying, I specifically was talking about female contraception.
Okay.
But what I said, but when you look at what it did for men also.
Okay.
I just
So,
want.
so women wanted to become billionaires after that.
No, I'm not linking the two.
It's,
now
it's
they
just
could.
from a sexual perspective.
I'm saying maybe it's got, call it symptoms of that.
Okay.
Yes, but I wouldn't say purely because there was contraceptions they wanted to be billionaires. I wouldn't say that.
But there is
But
a,
you're
there
not
is a
limiting
link
it to
of some
sex.
sort.
but there is a
I'm not
link.
limiting
But
to
there is a
sex.
link. If you think about, let's say, a traditional Irish Catholic home where there's no contraception, it's just birth every single year, and the woman is ambitious and she wants to start a business, she wants to become this, business, what.
It's liberating.
the moment you know, Guti, Uputi can wear a condom or I can be on birth control,
It's liberating.
now I can then zone in and not have a child every
I
single
can
year.
travel. I can start a
and
business.
you know what? And you know what? Good for them.
Yeah.
You support it.
Yeah, because guys are dicks.
Excuse the pun.
I wanted to
Alright.
go. I just want.
Women are pussies. What the fuck?
I think
go
I
there. That's
want to
traditional
ask a question, Timbana. But before I ask it, without Mlotshwa was saying about being by himself, I think.
My mate last week.
Mate, Mlotshwa,
Saying that, not me.
And I need to ask the question. Please remind me. I think human beings are the only species. How can I say this? Amachita, men.
The male human species.
The male human species are the only ones that want to be present in the kid's life and the girl's life.
We are the only primates.
You are the only ones.
I don't think so.
No, but wait, here's what I'm saying. Maybe there's one or two mammals you can mention. But generally, we are in the top 0.1% that want to be present.
Yes, because of indoctrination, not because of indoctrination and propaganda, not because of anything else.
Okay.
It's learned behavior. It's learned that like this is what a man must do, or this is what you need to be a present father.
Yes.
Like ngokwesintu, like you're not even supposed to be in the same room when your wife is giving birth.
Exactly.
And I don't know whether it's 3 months or 6 months. You're not supposed to carry or sleep in the same room as the child.
Yes.
And the mother.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm with you. No, I was just making what Mlotshwa was saying. I'm saying it shouldn't feel like a weird thing. It shouldn't. I think it's innate in us not to want to be in those spaces when it does happen.
Yeah.
But I have a follow-up question. Yeah. What is the evolution of culture for you? If you're a person of Isintu, at what point do you want to evolve
5%.
or do you want to stay the same?
Not just primates, all mammals.
Yeah, all mammals, Chief.
So I say within mammals, we are in the
You're confusing me.
Before
You're confusing.
Before your question gets answered, Penson
Yes, sir.
wanted to add something.
So I was saying, Guti, we as men, humans, are in the 5% of all mammals.
Thank you so much.
That actually
Are present fathers.
But we're the only primate that partake in raising.
No, but you said
kids.
it differently. You said that wants to.
Unento. Uyabona uma udluza ngesihlahla.
Okay.
The last time you got it the last time.
And that's why I always say to Mlotshwa, being a present dad is extremely hard. Like it takes a different type of nigga and practicing a certain muscle. Because I don't think it's innate in you to be present.
And unfortunately, society doesn't understand it.
Hey, they don't want to have that they don't want to have that
they're not
conversation.
ready for that conversation.
Like again with me, like it's tough for me to not be present in my kids' lives because I grew up with a present dad. So I struggle to understand guys who like aren't present. But again, it's indoctrination, it's propaganda. It's because like this is what I know. But it doesn't mean Guti like instinctively. This is
Because here's another thing.
Have you read that book, The Laws of Human Nature?
No.
By Robert Greene. You
Not
have to read that book.
No.
Have to.
Laws of human nature. We'll check
You
it.
have
Laws
to.
of human
That will
nature.
help you understand human beings, Jay. Like instinctively, like who we are and why we think the way we do. Why certain things. It's like it helps you understand even the whole hunter-gatherer thing.
I don't know. I just don't dig that. Okay, there's something about him.
But you don't have to like someone to.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree. I agree.
Evolution. Do you
No,
think we need to-
can I just jump in?
Yeah.
And it goes to from the reason why a lot of it is very tricky is from a biological point, because you have to, as the man, believe that that's your child.
But even if you believe,
No, but I'm saying, Guti,
No,
again,
even if you believe.
that is such a challenge that having to tell yourself, because again, we understand this is 2026. Men lie, women lie.
Yeah.
So now men cheat, women cheat. So now you have to tell yourself that the resource, the time, the energy that I'm putting in her and this child is because it is mine.
Do you know how I like to view it? I don't view my kids as my kids. I view them as my direct descendants. So I'm like, what does my direct descendant deserve? And how should they be raised in order for them to be able to perpetuate the life that or the belief systems or the whatever it is.
But you understand the fear that some men have, finding out at year 3 that it's not yours.
But why are you walking out of the hospital without doing a DNA test? Onus is on you, mate.
So you are
Extreme ownership.
You are suggesting that
I'm
every
not
man,
suggesting. I'm saying that like the onus is on you because there's 75% or 7 out of 10 males find out that the child is not theirs. What?
Yeah, I
Check,
think
you can check it. 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
No.
I hate that. I hate that
no.
stat.
That's a stat one that happened in Jamaica.
Check in South
And it
Africa.
happened to
You're on your phone.
Mlotshwa.
Just
and it
Google
happened
it.
to
Women lie.
people that already were second guessing.
I need to qualify.
and they went
Yes,
there.
that's the important part.
No.
This stat is based on men who went to go test.
because they
So
felt
therefore, and
Okay,
when
fair.
you're testing as
Fair,
for
fair.
sure, already by default,
Fair,
there's
fair,
a
fair,
question
fair.
mark. But yes, it's 60 to 70%. You're right.
It's a high
Of
number.
all the guys who test, find out that they're not the father.
like, yo, cabanga uzozwa
That ratio is too high for you to not check.
ingane sina 19.
No, why are you laughing?
You're right.
If it was like 10%, I'd be like, okay, don't check. It doesn't matter.
no, for sure.
60 to 70%.
That's crazy. Hey.
And I'm saying, Pelatina, we're not like females. Think of like what it takes for you to put into like a family structure and put into
What does
like
it
a
take?
child. Like I'm just saying, think what it takes.
Because you,
Now I'm
you
asking,
fight
what does it take?
You fight yourself.
How do you fight yourself?
Like as in like let's say okay, like most guys. Okay, again I don't know the stats, but most guys are like, ish. When I learned that my chick was pregnant, it changed everything.
Sure.
I changed. How I viewed the world changed. The things that I liked, I realized, oh shit. Lento Ploma Namachi, that needs to stop. This thing of going to the club every week needs to stop. This thing of playing golf needs to stop. Whatever it is, that like
It takes a lot for a good man. most gents don't give a fuck. Bro.
most gents are good, they just become bad.
That's an excuse. I think niggas just evade accountability.
I just
It's
think-
that thing you
Yeah,
said. You
it's-
know
yeah.
where you put your penis?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you're like, let's face young target. You're like, but you slept with her without a condom. Now instead of saying, look, there's a chance, let me see. You're just like, suga.
Yataba.
Because maybe you don't have money, you're embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah, take
Did you get your answer to your question?
No,
you want to
we're
ask it
talking
again?
about it.
my answer to your question is it looks extremely bleak because I can see also like I travel too much to restrict my children to one way of life. So there's always going to be a clash, even for them to be like, man, like so every 6 months I must come home and slaughter a goat. Or if I decide I'm going to move to London, how do I slaughter a goat to do these rituals? So I'm like, it looks bleak.
You follow all those things and you educate your kids on all these things?
At the moment, I wouldn't say I'm educating them. I'd just say like I do it and they watch.
So you're hoping they
They're
learn
too
by
young for me to say
observation.
this is no. They know who these ancestors because Mango Patla would go together and some and we'd speak to the ancestors. Beginning of the year, I'll say, "What do you want out of the year?" Then they'll say, "I want a bicycle. I want this. I want that. Whatever it is." So I'm like introducing them to that world, but it's not like
So you wouldn't have an
militant.
issue if they change.
It's their life.
But don't you think that is the issue in society?
No,
that
I would have shown you that this is what it is. So like when my dad was like, it's probably that. I didn't have to go and do probably that. I didn't have to follow that.
Themba believes in introducing you, but
Yeah.
you must walk the path. It's Morpheus.
Yeah. It's for you. The onus is always going to be on you. It's
isn't
your
that
life.
the issue with black culture?
Like my thing, my belief system is that your parents are supposed to show you everything that's possible. Like I'll tell you a story about drugs just now. Your parents are supposed to show you everything that's possible, and then you are supposed to nitpick and decide for yourself. Because otherwise, you are just your dad.
That's the problem in
That's
society.
Morpheus.
Are your
Red
parents still
pill,
alive?
blue pill.
That is the
My
problem.
All I'm
mother's
going
not,
to do is
my
show
mother
you.
is.
Your mother's still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell you a story about drugs. My dad didn't have this conversation with me about there's drugs, don't do drugs. Dude came home one afternoon. He's like, yo, where are you? He's like, come sit on the couch. I sit, puts a video in. I think it was a very popular video back in the day. Actually, it's a 15-minute video. Shows 3 people in 3 different scenarios, all of them on drugs. And at the end, he was like, so what did you get from that? I'm like, geez, drugs are bad. He's like, okay, so if you ever want to take drugs, call me first.
Hey, your dad was dope, man.
So it's like,
shout out to your dad.
now I'm left to decide for myself
What a legend.
if that's what I want to do. So like, and I've never taken drugs.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah, well, so it's like, it's a how you teach
You
someone
believe
something.
in forcing, is what you want to tell us.
No, I think that it's tough. We live in 2026, man.
The thing is, if you force a child, force anyone, like there's a level of resentment that comes with it. Whereas like if you allow me at my own pace,
But that's parenting. you truly never know if what you did was actually correct.
Because you choose the school, you choose the environment that they are raised in.
You make them do maths.
You make them do maths, pick up violin, whatever.
And no, why
make them
with
do
this one?
chores.
With this one, you're not
Yeah.
forcing them, because in other aspect
You have forced them.
You have forced them. Just that maybe in that order you can engage with it.
My thing is that there's things that you are in control of and there's things that you aren't in control of. I'm like teaching your children how to speak English is for their greater good. Teaching them how to do maths is for their greater good.
So why don't you view
This is
culture
for
to
their
be the
greater.
same?
No, it is for their greater good. But I'm saying it's like it's not going to be a thing that like. And I'm choosing my words very carefully, and I might say this out the wrong way.
Sure.
It's not the thing that's going to make them palatable to society, because it's the thing that you do in the dark, at home.
But it helps you succeed in society.
And if you understand it properly. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yakton.
I agree in exposing
Again, it's a permission slip thing.
I agree in exposing your child to as many things as possible. Let's just say for random number 10 things. But as they get older, I want to funnel it down.
Yeah.
10,
Yeah, so they know those
9,
things
8,
exist.
7, until we get to a point where we say, okay, now let's focus
It's
on these three things.
like Muslim and like I'm friends with a lot of Muslim and Jewish guys. They'll tell you, I don't do this. Yeah, I know it exists, but I don't do that. You know? It's like, I think there was
been
a
exposed to
thing
it.
that you were saying where like Muslim boys are like, it's okay that you want to pick your own girl. My family's going to do it for me.
Ukraine.
And I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I've been exposed to being able to pick that. Sharp,
Yeah.
Ukraine, I want this.
I think the people that you're speaking to that limit, I think they do a big job as opposed to these guys of limiting exposure. Where these guys are trying to expose, those guys are like, let me go visit. They're like, ish, you have to go to madrasa.
Yeah, bro.
Before you like, yeah, but you must come and do your prayer. So by the time you want to go, there's no time. And
Yeah.
all you know
Your
is
default is what you
Mele
been taught.
Newton does. So you're like, no, man, my father never forced me, but I don't know anything else because I wasn't exposed.
And that also, I don't know what the stats are, but there's going to be, call it you've got 4 kids. There's going to be kids who are going to be like, I'm going to do this in the dark and fuck up their lives. And by the time you find out they fucked up your lives, it's overwritten all the work that you were trying to do. Because they could never come back to dad or to mom or to family and be like, ish, I found myself in this hole. Help me get out. Because it's like,
Do you think you're right or do you think the Muslims and Jews are right in how they raising their kids in terms of belief system?
I
And
think it works for
limitations.
them and good for them.
Now I'm asking you, do you think you're right or they're right?
I think it works for them and good for them because their society,
So they're right.
like in my society,
They're right.
no, listen, in my society, how I'm brought up and how I was brought up and how we are bringing up our kids, there's too many influences. Whereas they are raised in a community, in the Jewish
Can't you
community.
pull that?
One man.
That's like saying a stokvel.
Sure, Ushembe started like that. He pulled it. So if it's that
Okay,
important to you,
so it's not impossible then. It's not impossible. It's just a lot of hard work and I don't know if I'm up for that.
fair enough.
It's crazy just again about limiting options because my eldest Uzita was playing cricket 2 years back. I fucking hated it. And I was like, no, you're not going to play cricket. It's stupid. Whatever. And he forced it, but then he came around. Now he's playing basketball 2 years. So I'm thinking.
Came around.
Yeah, came around.
That's fucking horrible parenting.
All
That's parenting bias.
All it takes is
That's
making
just
sure
parenting
that you play
bias.
the right highlights. And then every time you post the sneaker shops, like, hey, look at these
Did you see
sneakers.
LeBron?
Oh,
No, so AB
look at these
Who's
sneakers.
that?
Try on these sneakers. Hey, Donna. And I thought that would work down. It would trickle down. Tanzi's there.
Clips.
Papa, give me a fucking inside out. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, but
bro.
there's a reason for that because the guy spends 8 hours at school. You're not his biggest influence.
No, 100%. I was assuming because basketball is still a big thing at their school and it's cricket and whatever. But I was assuming Guti by limiting the options, not playing cricket only.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, Tina, our society is too open-ended. Like a Jewish guy knows, Guti, my kid is in class with people who have the same belief systems. His parents are at shul on Friday, so am I. His dad runs a business. I've got a friend.
I'm agreeing on exactly what you're saying because I tried to limit the options, but because the environment that they're in, different voices.
I've got a friend, Jewish guy, when he's got big meetings, pulls his kid out of school. He'll be gone for 2 days in the boardroom.
Oh, that's what you want.
Thanks, yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pulls him out.
We've got a family thing.
pulls them
Can't
out.
you in business meetings here with Intwan?
That's dope.
It's the right thing to do.
Yes. So you can do the same with slaughtering and stuff. Take your kids out of school and then.
The thing is, I work around it. I work around school. Because
Instead of working through school.
Because I'm still like in my head, like ekaya, like my entire, especially because it's drilled in your head. So
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
finish school, or try your best to finish school as much as you can.
Let me try and sneak in what I wanted to ask. A lot of people don't really know what you get up to besides the gig guide, tour guide. You said. Maybe just to give us a snapshot phase into your life, because we don't understand it. It looks hectic.
cameras.
The
Okay.
traveling and the playing and the sleeping in
Wait.
hotels.
No. Can I just jump in before you answer? Because we saw you and then we didn't see you.
Yeah, that was on
What we
purpose.
saw Themba.
No, that was on purpose.
Themba,
So
yes.
funny, can do it.
No, I was myself. Let me tell you, like,
you were
that's very
everywhere, and then you poof, nowhere.
let me tell you, and I don't really like explain this to anyone, and I like because I don't explain myself to people. Just generally, that's my thing. But we're having a conversation, so I'll tell Penyo. I'm joking, man. So euphonic was an alias, right? Euphonic means a pleasing sound. So that's the name that I DJ'd under, because in South Africa it was like you have to DJ under. You have to find another name. You can't have your name.
Doesn't make sense at some point.
In fact, I can count the amount of DJs who DJ under their name, like their name. But when you go overseas, like even if it's like an alias, you'll get like Calvin Harris or David Guetta or Marco Carola or Young Tol. So
Are those aliases?
no, David Guetta is not an alias.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just giving you a broad picture. So there was nothing I hadn't done here, and I was bored. So I'd hit the roof. Like, as far as I was part of Soul Candy, we were the biggest house music record label in the country. I was on 5FM, the biggest youth station in the country. I was doing My House, the biggest house show in the country at the time. I was on TV, playing the biggest festivals, the biggest clubs, like doing, like there's weeks where I would have like 12 shows a week because I was playing white clubs, black clubs, Indian clubs, colored clubs, playing ekasi, playing in suburbia.
Injani nyugulab?
Yeah?
Money?
It was
No,
good.
you don't have to give amounts.
No,
You were living lavish.
Let me give you an example. Like, I was resident at Huzu 2003 to 2005. I was making back then 70K a month. I was 20. Damn. That's back then. So I was bored. And me being bored, I was like, I need to figure out the next thing, because I'm not doing this for money. I wasn't doing it for money. It wasn't like, it wasn't for
I
the
have to
money.
pay school fees.
No, besides that, I'm just saying it wasn't, even now, it's not for money. Because if it was for money, I'd be doing other things with the networks that I have. I'd be out. So I was like, okay, there's this international world that obviously it's the entire world, and we haven't tapped into it the right way. So from 2008, we started going to like the Miami Music Conference. Then I started going to IMS in Ibiza, and I was like, actually, I want to build here. But the difference between building overseas and building in South Africa is that in South Africa, you can be whatever you want to be. It's open format. So like a DJ, like Euphonic, I could play from house to hip hop if I wanted to play hip hop, to EDM if I wanted to play EDM. Like the scope was broad. And as far as a brand was concerned, I could position myself as anything. And then comes overseas. Okay, so let me just, and then also in South Africa, because we consume house music from all the territories around the world. The Americas, the South Americas, the Europes, and the UK. So our view of house music in South Africa is very, very broad. Our palette is very, very broad. But overseas, the guys are like, what do you play?
Yes.
So you have to have a line. So it's like David Guetta plays EDM. And then
you have to specialize.
Yeah, and then he's got an alias called Jack Back, which is his experimental project that does all the other things. So it's not that like I squashed Euphonic. I was like, I'm bored with this project. And I don't know how to take it further, because like where it's at, it's like you can't do anything more than this. Just to give you an example, like at festivals, I was playing call it on the main stage and then go do the other floor also. So I was like, it's like, okay, I'm doing everything. You know, like I could play Spring Fiesta and play H2O, headline both festivals. So it's like it was boring. So I was like, okay, let me figure myself out and try to find something else that I can do. So creating Themba was me just basically reverting back to myself, where it's not as orchestrated as Euphonic. Because Euphonic, I'd sit in studio and like, okay, I need to make a hit. Whereas with Themba, I'm like, what do I want to make? And I make whatever I want to make. I decide the territories where I want to go play. Whereas now in South Africa, it's like, if Konka's calling you, if Njalos is calling you, if Max is calling you, you go to all those places. So you're not really, because also you hit the rooftop very quickly. So you can't orchestrate and say, okay, I only play here and I only play there and I won't touch this venue for these reasons and I'll only play at this festival and I won't play at that festival, because it's just South Africa.
Sure.
Whereas overseas, they want to know, it's like, because when they put a lineup together, the lineup makes sense. Whereas in South Africa, it's house, hip hop, amapiano, deep house, hip hop, amapiano, deep house. Whereas that side, it's like these guys all play the same palette. Sure. And this night, and everyone that's coming there is coming there because of that sound. So that's why I call it Themba, because I was like, also like us Mangazi as Mtimbane anyways.
Sure.
Yeah, but so it's like not deviating too far. So when I do eventually want to either do Themba or Euphonic sets here, I can. So I left that like...
How difficult was the transition to international?
It wasn't that difficult. It just was a mindset thing, because South Africans, we have a very low self-esteem. So before I was like, as long as I am the David Guetta of South Africa, I'm fine. Yeah, bro? And then you hit the mountaintop and you're like, shit, I can't get any further than this. Then you go outside and you realize, actually, the world's not looking for another David Guetta. They're looking for Themba. They're looking for another act that's going to be the new thing, that's going to be the new big. So I was like, okay, let me just go there as myself and not try and be or orchestrate anything. So was it tough? The answer is the toughness came because I had to shift my mental state from I want to be the Themba of the world and not the David Guetta of South Africa.
Were you mentored? Was it a personal journey?
I'm a sponge. I learn, I read. I spent like 2 summers in Ibiza, going there, sitting in the corner, listening.
Ibiza, not Ibiza.
It's Ibiza. You're not wrong.
Okay.
Most people say Ibiza, but you're
Ibiza.
not wrong. Yeah, Ibiza.
With a V.
Yeah, Evissa.
Do we want to sound
So you're not
cool?
wrong, but like it depends.
We want to be like Ibiza. No, it's not Ibiza. It's actually Ibiza.
Yeah, like the people from Spain say Ibiza. The people from the UK say Ibiza. Ibiza.
So it's the UK.
Yeah.
I was Duxai.
So I spent 2 summers there. Like I'd literally go to the clubs, sit in the corner, listen. Go to the clubs, listen. Follow a DJ 3 times to understand. Because listening to a DJ once is not good enough. You have to understand if this guy does this thing all the time, or is it like just a once-off because he was playing in this particular club. Then sonically, I needed to understand like what is the music? How does the music work? Like if I'm gonna make this music, like how do I make this music palatable to the people that I'm going to be DJing for in those markets? Because it's very different. It's like also like this continuous debate. What South Africans call deep house and what's called deep house overseas, mismatch. What's rocking on South African dance floors and what's rocking on overseas dance floors, mismatch. You know what I mean? So like it's like I needed to understand that not at a surface level, like very, very deeply. So I'd follow DJs around. Like I'd pick 3 DJs. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna follow this guy. So if he's playing in Italy, I go listen to him in Italy. If he's playing in Ibiza, listen.
This guy's aware that you're following him.
No, he's not. I'm just paying the tickets, walking to the party,
Just watching.
watching and learning and listening. Also, because at that time I'm very aware of the whole peers and colleagues thing.
What is that? What's that?
That how I describe it is that like even a guy who isn't at my level, he's a peer and he's a colleague. And it doesn't mean that tomorrow he can't be bigger than me. So if I'm going to see who I think is a bigger DJ than me and be like, please can I take a photo? I've in his head tipped into the fandom. Whereas like if you're like, yo, what's up? You good? The 3rd time he sees you, he's like, I know this guy. Peer colleague. And also like the reality of
Don't be a fan.
So you don't want to take pictures.
myself.
So you don't want to take pictures.
No, I do take pictures, but what I'm saying is that like how I take the picture is what's important. It's like
Gotcha.
I let the guy see me 3 or 4 times. Then I'm like, man, I've seen you so many times, we haven't taken a photo. By the way, I'm a DJ too. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is that whether you want to start DJing today, and he wants to start producing today. When they say, can the DJs and producers in this room stand up? All three of us are going to stand up. We're going to see how far I am, how far you are. It's inconsequential. So if you understand that mentally,
don't be a groupie.
Saying groupie is taking it too far. But it's just knowing that like at some point that guy you're gonna need something from that guy, and in his head, if he sees you as the guy that like asked him for a picture, and how you would have asked him for the picture, like it changes something in his head.
I don't want to hug the questions.
No, hit Mlotshwa.
No, I mean, so you spoke about the ceiling. Where's your ceiling now? Now that you've opened up that global...
There's no ceiling.
There's
literally no ceiling. Like there's a DJ who plays in Ibiza from the UK. He does 2 shows a week. I went to a few shows. I actually did a song with him last year. I don't want to mention names because like then it's going to be too obvious. I said to his tour manager, I'm like, it must be insane to be earning 350K a show. And the guy was like, 350, double it and add.
350K what?
Euro.
This person earns 350K euro, or
no,
you thought they were earning
I thought
like double and add.
Yeah, they're like double and add. So I'm like, you know what doubling and add means? It means that like that guy, call it...
so this guy could be making about
850 euro.
Yeah, okay, in dollars.
You guys fine?
Call it in dollars times 2.
Sure?
What for questions?
The guy's doing like 11 million rands a show.
Thank you, sir.
11 bar a show. Per show, and he does this twice a week, every week for 4
euros,
months.
what is it? I didn't hear. Sorry. In euros, what is it?
Call it 800K times 20. Every show, twice a week for 4 months.
This is not a South African guy.
It's not a South African guy.
That's what you're aiming for now.
Aiming higher, because it's higher is possible.
So how far are you now?
Like as an example, like David Guetta sold his catalog for 100 million.
100 million what?
Dollars.
So we're 350 way on 100. I want to figure out the level of our friendship. And if we're peers and colleagues, or if I must ask for a selfie.
No. Yo, I'm far away from it. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. But the thing is, like, it's possible because the rooftop here in South Africa and the rooftop there, like, your thinking is broader. Also, like, I'm not tied to any one territory. You know, like, whereas here, like, I could only play, and I did a thing where I was like, I said to the team, while I was euphonic here, or as euphonic, I was like, find places that are 30 minutes from my house where people pay people to DJ. There's 200 places from my house that are 30 minutes, call it 45 minutes away from my house.
200?
Back then.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's 200. So
that's
like
crazy.
Literally, if I'm going to play at every single place once a year, it's already like 200 shows a year. So what I was doing is that like I was finding like the right places to play and then doing deals with them from the beginning of the year, saying, okay, cool, I'll play here every quarter. Then it's done. Then I know that like for the whole year, I'm playing here on this day. So it just became boring because it was like a factory.
You don't see anything wrong with selling your catalog?
It's not worth much.
No, not currently. I'm just mean the concept of it. So you spoke about Geta.
No, I don't.
100 million?
I don't say, like you always retain. So when someone sells their catalog, like the ownership always belongs to you, but it's the right to exploit your catalog that somebody buys. So call it.
Do you understand that?
So call it.
I heard him go further.
So call it. This is my song, right? I own this song. You're like, hey mate, I want to exploit this song.
Okay.
Then I'll give you the rights to the song. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll give you the song.
Isn't it permission?
It's the rights. Call it the rights.
Okay.
Then you can exploit the song. So like any money that song generates based on your efforts is yours. Then I can do that deal for 10 years, 20 years. And then after the 20 years, the rights come back to me.
You can't exploit the song during that time?
No, you can. No, I can't because it's your song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So rights of usage, landlord, tenant.
Yeah.
So what David was, it's also like there's a period where it expires or just sold it?
I haven't seen the details of that deal, but generally
I actually didn't know that part.
Generally that's how it's done.
You can sell your catalog for a certain number of years.
Rights for a period and
it's like when an artist signs to a label,
masters.
themselves and their masters to particular label, and there's whether it's 5 years or 10 years.
Because I've always thought
then they
when they sign it off, it's a forever deal.
No, so basically, like, you see, like, the problem with the music business is that, like, there's no rules. It's what you can negotiate.
Okay.
So, like, if I'm okay to say Penyo can take my entire catalog and do whatever he wants, a lawyer might be like, that he's not allowed to do that because of IP laws. But if I'm okay with that and I'm not going to fight him, then it's okay.
I just want to ask, like what you're saying right now, celebrities in the USA are doing it. Kevin Hart signed off his rights as Kevin Hart for like 10 years to some big agency. It's a thing that came out last week, and they can exploit it however they want. Whether it's his comedy shows, it's his face. It's almost like it's another agency that has access to other things that Kevin Hart may not have access to.
Yeah.
So he did that. It's becoming a new thing where you can Mlotshwa, you can sell it off for 5, 6, 7 years.
It? There's another actor last week. He did the same thing. It's the John Wick. What's his name?
Yes,
Keanu Reeves.
Was it Keanu Reeves that, like, he's basically copyrighted his image and likeness so that he can sue AI companies for using these.
So Kevin Hart did something similar to what you're saying. But I just wanted to ask you something, because Rana we
Imagine having to copyright when.
No, it's dope. Ndwana. Remember, you are also limited in the people you've got access to. Ndwana. There's another person that can exploit this thing much better and make more money for you.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, imagine this thing of now, oh my God, I just had a new baby. Let me now copyright my baby.
Yeah, you're a copywriter.
I mean, like at a very, like, small level. Like, I own the domain nkosi.com.
Yeah,
That's really dope. Did you buy it from someone?
Yeah.
You bought it from someone that owned it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You don't have anything on it.
No, there's nothing on it.
Crazy. I just wanted to ask you something.
That's a big domain, I believe.
Nkosi, yeah. Damn. In terms of what do you think is going wrong in SA? In terms of
SA, it's vibes.
music.
Dog. It's vibes. There's no business being done. People are in music, they're not in the music business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please elaborate on that? Because I know that there's young people who ask you this type
being
of
in music
question.
is us sitting in the studio and making a song. Us doing the paperwork and making sure the paperwork is done right is the business.
Okay.
Me going to go play at whatever Penyo calls me, come play tomorrow at 5. We agree on 5K for the fee. Me showing up and taking my 5K is me being in music. It's not me being in business. Because if I don't show up for the 5K or to play, or he doesn't pay me, like, how do we navigate around that? So there's no business. So a lot of the guys are just like, it's vibes. Mostly vibes.
I'm not sure if you want to tell the story. You don't have to, of how you learned about the music business. I know it's something you shared with me privately. Very early, you said someone mentored you somewhere.
Oh, okay. So
Do you want to share it? Yes or no?
I mean, like, I don't mind. Like,
Please, man.
Now we can discuss it offline. It's sensitive.
So my Soul Candy days, the owner, Harrell, like, his father owned Ellie's. You know, Ellie's, the cables and the aerials, the TV and the cables, all of that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So his dad used to sit with his kids every Wednesday and run through business. So, like, we used to work at Soul Candy when we were still in Rosebank until late. And then one day he's like, man, I'm going home. Have you eaten? And I was like, no. But he's like, come with me to my house.
How old are you at this time?
2005. I don't know how old was I in 2005. 24, 25.
Okay.
Go to his dad's house. At his dad's house, it's dinner every Wednesday. All the kids are there every Wednesday. And around the table, it's like, okay, so Harrell, last week, this is what you were supposed to do. Is it done? What's your plan for the next week? Do you need any help with something? Then his dad will tell him, then he'll tell his dad, yeah, maybe I'm stuck with this. And it's like, okay, call uncle whoever, or call this supplier for this, or call whatever. So from those conversations, I was like, holy shit, like, I'm doing this thing, but, like, I actually don't know, like, the agenda or my agenda every single week. I don't have the answers for this. And if somebody could hold me accountable like this every week, to be like, last week you said you're going to do this, is it done? Next week, what's your plan for the rest of the week? So that, like, next week I know that, like, I didn't hit any of my goals last week. So it took that for me to want to learn to deep dive into, like, what were the contracts? How do I structure my business? What are the line items on an income statement for your songs? where's the actual money? Like, here. And like, even now in hindsight, I'm learning that like, actually, damn, if I'd known better, right? Because like, I don't know if this is a conversation for here though.
Okay, we can take it off.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah. So what you're talking about?
No, let me say it anyways. But like, if I'd known better, when you go to a club, they pay you in cash, right? You should.
Yeah.
We stopped you. We are. Please carry on.
Because I'm thinking about every successful business, that is a briefing session in the morning and a debrief in the afternoon. You're 22, by the way.
Yeah, 22.
Hey, Matt,
Shabo,
Mlotshwa.com.
Cheers, my boy. Yeah,
I'm
Anton.
shy, little
A
domain.
very cheap domain, though, unfortunately.
Because you hear a lot of the successful businesses, we have breakfast together as a family and we discuss the day ahead. And then we have dinner together where we have a debrief on the things that you spoke about earlier today. Have you done them? You know, okay, now go back into your bedroom when you're doing your homework, whatever the case is, and then think how you can structure it. And then tomorrow, so like saying when we plan the day or discuss the day, you know, okay, whatever you had discussed, whatever I failed, I'll try again. Can I help you with anything? Is there anything like having those
Accountability partners help. I think this is also why Themba and I check up with each other.
Yeah.
Not the way we probably should. But it helps to, like I said, Antonia, didn't you say you were going to, and what's, so how's it, and you're like, fuck, I'm actually slacking.
The best and the most efficient systems I've been part of has it's those systems that has brief, debrief, brief, debrief.
Even if it's once a week, a Monday or Friday, catch up.
Man code.
Manco. It is Manco. Well, for some of us, it was Exco. That's all right. It's okay.
But again, into my sangane, you know, you need to make sure that you really tend to it as often as you can. And then as a cooler, it will need more.
And like that's the thing that helped me get into property, because I was like, okay, what are you doing with like the thing that you're doing? Like Huzu was, I can point at my money from Huzu. I know where it is.
SS.
You don't
want to mention property? No.
No, we can speak about property. I'm saying,
Hey, but when I you can't censor yourself.
I started investing in property like when I was 2006.
Damn.
So like I can
was in the
point
trick.
like it like
That was 20 years ago.
like and the thing is like like back then, which is another like thing that like really mind fucks me about the new generation. Like back then, like if I was wearing anything expensive, it was like G-Star jeans. And maybe like whatever sneakers were. So like I was never walking into Louis Vuitton. I was walking to whether it was Mr. Price or Zara or whatever the equivalent, buying 10 black t-shirts, and that's it. Every day a black t-shirt.
Yes.
Pants,
Black t-shirts are the way.
sneakers. So like when I was making money, like I had no use for it. So I was like, I must do something with this thing. So I started investing in property back then. And that's the dope thing about it now, looking at it in hindsight, that like money from a show from back then, I can point at it and be like, it's here.
There it is.
You know? Also like that Manco things like really helped me a lot as far as like curbing my ambitions, like in present day. Because for me, it's more important to be right now. It's more important for me to be around for the kids than it is to be like touring the world. So like I fly out Thursday, Monday morning, I'm here. Fly out Thursday, Monday morning, I'm here. Like,
That's something yet you do religiously.
And this is every week. The only time I don't do it is in the summer when I have to be in Ibiza for like 2 months.
Which summer? South African summer?
European
Which
summer.
summer?
European summer.
All right.
Yeah, European summer.
So when is that month?
Basically from May until October.
And
And then there's 2 months that are like intense, where like it's impossible because it shows like almost every single day. Damn. So
And that's like, how much did you say you make? 350 euros
I didn't say that.
a show.
I did not say
Every day for 4 months.
Hey. What's a popular
article.
I said somebody else does it.
Themba euphonic Nkosi claims he makes 350,000 euros on a podcast.
Per show for 4 months.
Like mina ngiyahlupekela. I own nothing. I have nothing to my name. Me. So
I serve Nkosi.com. I'm just a humble employee.
Yeah. So like it's helped me curb my ambitions, because I'm like, I've also understood from being euphonic that this industry takes from you more than it gives.
Oh, snap.
So you have to figure out how do you take in a manner that like you are still in control, because mate, it will take and it'll take and it'll take, and you won't be able to point your ass from your head.
How many flights did you have last year? Estimate?
203.
Jesus Christ.
That's
365 days in a year.
That's 36 days in the air. So a month of my year is spent in the air. And it's not cute. Like people think it's cute. Like, so like, just picture it this. I'm at home with my family. I'll take the last flight out. And then I'm at the airport with strangers. Bag this, passport stamp here, seat over this, cabin crew, arm all doors.
It doesn't matter how rich you are. When you're flying like that, you have to stand in the queues and go through. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Land that side. Then I'm in a hotel room by myself for a couple of hours until it's the show. It's the show. I'm in front of 2,000 people, call it or whatever. 2 hours later, I'm back in the hotel room waiting for the pickup, for the next show, for the next flight, for the next city, for the next whatever. So it's like, it looks attractive when you're standing there and it's like, but behind the scenes, like most DJs are suffering. And there was an article, I forget what the guy said. It's like, I think it said like something about your immune system not being able to cope with the demands of the business. And that's why you find guys are drinking, guys are drugs, guys are into girls, guys are anything to distract yourself. Because before the show, what am I doing?
I wanted to ask a controversial question. I don't know if you have the answer because I've never done the research. Do you think the industry is partly what led to the demise of Avicii?
100%. It's too demanding. It's too demanding.
And he crashed.
It's too demanding. Especially if you're not a guy who wanted that. Because Avicii is a studio head. He just wanted to be in the studio and make music. And then Pen comes around. It's like, bro, you're such a good DJ. We could make money DJ. I mean, like at his peak, he was making on average like $400,000 a show. But it's a tough life. Because also, like, think about it. Like, just think about like I collect sneakers. Like when I'm traveling, like, can I take my sneaker collection? No, I can only take 4 t-shirts for the weekend, my trunker for that weekend, and maybe 1 pair of shoes, because like also like checking in my luggage is too complicated because I land in Paris and they've lost my luggage or they left my luggage and my stuff isn't, so I have to carry that stuff on me all the time. So literally, like, what have I got? Even if you have all the money in the world, you're living out of like, so like what are the things that you can carry with you? Maybe
you carry your luggage. You generally don't check it in.
No, I never check it in. I try my best to not check it in.
Because of trauma?
Not because of trauma, just because like logistically it doesn't work. So I get on the flight, they've left my bag in Joburg. I've got the show tonight.
So it's a trauma reaction. You're like, I've had a bad experience. From
no,
now on,
it's not even having a bad experience.
It's just me here.
You know, sometimes you don't have to have a trauma response for you to say, I'm learning from great men and how great men have failed. So in order for me to not make the same mistakes that they have made, let me do the right thing or the best thing. That's not a trauma response, is it?
Fair. No, it's not.
No,
it's learning from others' mistakes.
No, I get that fully. Because I think a lot of the triggers that I have are not learned through my own personal experience, but through the experience of others.
Yeah.
No, I get you. Snap. Okay.
Bye. Thanks, Themba. Let's go home.
But it's interesting.
Have you spoken enough? You want to tell us how many properties you have, how much money you make?
No, I don't want to. No. I mean, like, ask me a question and I'll tell you if I'm going to give you the answer or not. But you know, like,
seen your home, bro.
But you know, one of
I have nothing. I'm like,
next.
Come on, bro. This is like, come on, man. You don't even know if it's real or not.
Yeah. 2,100,000 euros a day. Zwil.
Has anyone ever asked you who was to a song? No one has even ever asked who was to Elani.
No, but I mean, like, I don't want to get into it, but it was self-explanatory at the time.
How? Why is so?
And you know, his vehicle, his number plate is. Anyways,
did you say all of us? Why did you say all of us?
No, man, I just like it was to whoever was thinking or saying whatever they were saying. I was like, I'm at the time, and it was just at the time. It was like a shock because like it was like, oh shit, somebody swore on this platform. And I'm talking about at a time where on Twitter you didn't even see a half-naked girl.
That's true.
So it's just at the time it was like a shock. And that was like 2016. So at the time it was a shock. Do you know, like, I'm actually one of the first people on Twitter, one of the first people on Instagram, one of the first people on Facebook. And if I knew back then, because I basically plugged most of my friends, I was registering their domains and handing it back to them. Like, hey, I registered this for you, you have it. If
You
I
were a nerd.
If I was smart enough, I would have kept the domains and charged them a licensing fee for them to use it.
Damn.
But you're a good mate.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
You lucky motherfucker.
Look, me, I just want to ask some of the typical questions because
Yeah.
we know the audience that watches this platform.
Sure.
Amagents that are struggling, they're still trying to figure themselves out. A typical question, man. Umchita is starting out. He wants to be, let's say he's been DJing for some time. He wants to go international. So just some pointers. I know this thing is such a typical question, but I know Amagents that watch this podcast don't want
the first thing that I would say is go overseas. Okay. Go overseas. Go and identify the clubs, the places, the venues, the DJs, the promoters, the agents. Go and identify the scene that you want to be a part of. And then when you come back here, I mean, like, I hear like even some of the more prominent guys, like it's still like when they want to book them, they still want to go and like do a visa, like have the visa ready. Because if, as an example, if I get booked for a show anywhere around the world, tomorrow night I'm ready to go. Because I have the UK visa, I have the American visa, I have the Schengen visa. So I'm ready to DJ. So you want to be DJ, be ready to DJ. And then it's identify yourself and your sound and be very clear about what it is that you do. So like when I DJ, I'm very clear when I'm DJing as Themba and very clear when I'm DJing as Euphonic. The sounds are completely different. The styles are completely different. My demeanor is completely different. And yeah, it's not easy. It's tough. It's tough. And I think you're in a better position where you have nothing holding you back. And by that, I'm talking girlfriend, kids, when you have nothing holding you back.
But
It's actually a thing that I wanted to talk about, like, but I don't know if we have the time. Like, I was like, does anyone ever discuss how the accumulation of wealth and assets is actually fucking modern day slavery?
Let's hear.
It's modern day slavery.
Let's hear.
Wait.
Like, and I just look at it from my point of view. Like, I'm like, someone has to call me to be like, yo, there's a geezer burst here. If I have 10 cars every year, those 10 cars need to be like, and it's not as simple as like, no, but come on, just hire someone to do that for you, because the onus always reverts back to you. You're the one that has to make sure that those things are done. So I'm like, the more things you acquire, and it's just a thought, the more things you acquire, the more you're a slave to those things.
Yes, correct. That's a fact.
Because when you register motor tell. So if you got 10 cars, I'm at disc every year.
And I'm saying, what do you actually own? Because like, if I'm like, call it you buy this house, if you default on rates and taxes for a period, they put it on auction. So like, you don't actually own it. So you can't even say, I'm buying this house for my kids. If you don't, every year, like, you can't drive the thing and buy it tight. So it's like, I'm just like, what is the actual answer for you to actually be free and not a slave? Because like, we are slaves. We're modern day slaves to all these things that like...
Are you happy?
I'm content.
You're on your way to self if you're not there already, self-actualization, which is why you're asking yourself these questions.
I've self-actualized. Why I say I'm content is because, again, maybe it's a dramatic thing from propaganda from home, but like my dad always said, "Impilo ihamba kaso." Once you're too happy and your problems are salele muva uzofa. And once you've got too many problems and there's no happiness, uzofa. So there needs to be this balance where life is good, but like it's also, you've also got your problems. It's balanced.
Okay, I understand.
So like as far as that, like, yeah, I'm here.
Do you know what I've realized? This is something totally unrelated. The more impilo yam iba fucked up relationship wise, the more financially grand. But the more iba grand relationship wise, the more ngakeka ngapha epocketini.
Because you don't realize it, but like when you are happy, you take your eye off the ball. So that's what it is. And taking your eye off the ball isn't a visual thing. It's your entire being more relaxed about the craft and being
because I'm relaxed here.
Yeah, and
because Lana soft
and energy goes where effort.
Don't be relaxed, just live through pain, Baba.
Yeah,
live through pain.
There was a piece you sent me privately. I don't know if you'd like us to read it.
Yeah, I just wanted that unpacked because I like it the way you guys think. You can read it.
You want us to unpack it, not for you.
No, I didn't want to unpack it. I just wanted to see what other
Would you like to read it first?
Okay. How we think. Wow, dismissa. or ufuna yonke into ku
Iyahluba lokucheat lona.
Utamtimana said how we think. God wanted to isolate.
No. Funda lapho.
People can't see your monkey demeanor there in the back with
No,
your
no,
fucking
let-
ugly
let-
toenails
let him read
on
it,
the
let him read
fucking
it.
couch.
So
must
the
unpack
thing
it.
that I wanted to unpack, like I don't have thoughts on it, like it's just that thing that's heckling in my mind. It's quite a long piece. It says, above all, don't lie to yourself. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own lies comes to such a pass that he cannot distinguish the truth within him or around him. And so he loses all respect for himself and for others. And having no respect, he ceases to love. And in order to occupy and distract himself without love, he gives way to passions and coarse pleasures and sinks to bestiality in his vices, all from continual lying to other men and to himself. The man who lies to himself can be more easily offended than anyone. You know, it is sometimes very pleasant to take offense, isn't it? A man may know that nobody has insulted him, but that he has invented the insult for himself, has lied and exaggerated to make it picturesque, has caught at a word and made a mountain out of a molehill. He knows that himself, yet he will be he'll be the first to take offense, and will revel in his resentment till he feels great pleasure in it, and so pass to genuine vindictiveness.
Danke, Saint Dunstan. Saint Dunstans.
Sentence.
Hey, ngiyafunda man.
Fanta
Saint
itself.
Banban. Vindictiveness. Picturesque.
So like the thing like
Bestiality.
which is like most men, isn't it? Like we lie to ourselves so much. Like are you honest and true to yourself? Like are the things that you say make you happy? Do they really make you happy, or are you doing them because you think when other men see you, or when, and by men I'm saying like society, see you, they're gonna be like, oh my God, Pen's so cool because he has that t-shirt or that shoe or that house or that car.
Does society not force... Oh, okay.
Just hearing you read that, I'm thinking of a lot of things. For one, I think Uwe comes easy because to some degree you have to, it must be plausible that this thing that you're believing, even though it's not true, can be plausible.
Yeah.
And also I think to be brutally honest and sit in like a very uncomfortable truth with yourself, to some degree fanu from a lot of things. And so we come into contact with so many ideas in the world. How to be, who you should be, what sort of ideals you must sort of like aspire to. And so when you take all of these things into account, it seems like what you're hearing mostly is what's outside of yourself.
Yeah.
And so to really get to a truth, there must be a silencing of like everything
noise.
else. Yeah, so that you can get to what's essentially speaking to you as a human being. And I don't think human beings are innately capable of that within the social construct that we find ourselves in. And so I think that the people, or rather men, who will get to their true selves are the men who can stand outside of a construct that's out there. And unfortunately, there's a pain, a very deep pain that comes with that. That's the cost of it, you know? Because I always almost complain about this to my mom, and I say, my biggest issue is that in today's day and age, and she'll be like, yo, you know, iphone etiquette yakho iyabheda. And I'm like, understand ukuthi namhlanje there's a WhatsApp. And in my WhatsApp, there's probably like 100 plus contacts. So yonke into ihlangene ne-personal life yami, yonke into ihlangene nomsebenzi, and then there's like all these other peripheral relationships. And to some degree, because WhatsApp it's like an instantaneous sort of messaging platform, people think just because ba communicate nami, like they must have an instant access. And it's like, I must be able to compartmentalize and like pick what's important right now. Where must my energy go? And what must be my primary focus in the moment.
Yeah.
Finding is and also like there's the person I am as a man that I must be present with and find like my true self in and amongst the code switching that might happen, because it does happen, you know? Yeah.
Like what I was taking from it is that like, and I agree with largely with parts of what you're saying, is that like, as a man, there's your voice, that's the internal voice. And your internal voice might be like, I need to climb this mountain. But society around you is like, who do you think you are to climb that mountain? You know, like maybe your missus is like, babe, come on, you know you're not going to climb that mountain. Maybe your mom is like, the child that I gave to the one that I know is never going to climb that mountain. So because the internal voice is so strong, you end up having to dumb that voice down. And how do you dumb it down? Sex, drugs, alcohol, distractions. In order to dumb down that internal voice so that like it's not as dominant and you're distracted by enough things for you to not be able to listen to that thing. So Ikshaya, really, when you head down and about to sleep. And then I think just society's built so that we have all those distractions readily at hand. So you're not listening to inner voice. And like part of my heckle with this thing is that like, in order for me to have been euphonic, in order for me to have done the overseas things, in order for me to live the life that I'm living now, I've had to be delusional. I've had to go against every single person that I know, their best advices, their best words, their best wishes, and be like, but this is what I'm going to do. And this is how I want to do this thing. Yes, I'll take your counsel, but this is what I'm going to do. Have to do that. And in the same thought pattern, also say to myself, because if you're going to do something, you're going to look at the great men that have done the thing that you want to do as a possible benchmark. In that same sentence, be at peace with that greater men than me have failed at doing this. So I have to have that humility to know that like, I'm going to be delusional, I'm going to push a agenda, and I'm going to do this. It's not harming, it's not hurting anyone. But greater men than me have failed, and I'm still going to go ahead and do it. And if I have that voice dominating, the only way that I can dumb that voice down, sex, drugs, alcohol, distractions. And I think that's largely like the issues that most men have, that like most guys are not happy. Like that's the truth. Most guys are not happy. Most guys are happy making sure that the people around them that they love and care for are happy. That is their happiness.
Facts.
And in the absence of those people, who are you and what is your happiness? Because that's how we identify. So that's why I wanted to unpack that thing. I was just like, it's a conversation that people are not having, that like oaks lie to themselves.
So deep.
It's so deep, sorry. And it goes back, the importance that Themba you speak about, always about documenting, writing things down, documenting, you know, and understanding whatever you're living is being lived before. You spoke of people accepting free things. I think you had put a tweet out that people shouldn't expect free things and what. And I remember I commented and I spoke about Hansel and Gretel on that. And if you start...
It was about women specifically. The girls must stop accepting money from gents.
And if you start studying the people that wrote these folk tales or whatever in the 1800s, you know, with the Brothers Grimm and how they broke down, whether it's Cinderella, whether it's crazy. And when Ulungano sent me this, I then put it on chat and I was like, who wrote this, when, how? And that guy, Tversky, whatever, Russian guy in the 1800s. And then you try and break down the thinking of the time. Oguti, there's famine, there's depression, there's this, there's that. And it holds true at that time to what it is right now.
Yeah.
So when you say we are pasha, when you say we are palaza, when you say kulman is nene na madlozi, you are saying, yes, you guys lived 200, 300, 400, whatever years, but I know Guti, there's patterns that you guys can teach me and guide me, you know, because Ugus Kambela Manga doesn't start now. it's something that has been happening over the generation, and we are continuing this, and the best thing for me, at least, is how can I study from those who have did it, gone through it? How can, if I'm a young DJ, aspiring DJ, study from Euphonic and how he's changed his life from being this Euphonic, the South African megastar, to now being Themba, the global superstar. The same way, Guti, when I'm going through depression, I'm going through challenges, I can go back to Russia 1800s, Germany 1800s. I can go back to Idlozi and actually learn from that. So give me like the layers of this.
So for me, the best written down thing of what you're saying for those answers, and I'm not saying this is gospel, excuse the pun, but go read the book of Solomon and Solomon's teachings and what Solomon learned from his life. Because he's one of the greatest men to have ever lived. And his learnings from having every single thing, having access to every single thing, building everything that he could possibly think, and his thoughts after that. Go read that and see what you think about that.
But anyway.
You can hit Mlotshwa.
No. I think the guys have said everything.
No,
Penuel has nothing to say. You are mum. And you are quiet. The vein is down.
Society does this, then I have to lie to myself. I've got nothing to say.
Put you under pressure. No, guys.
You guys said everything I wanted to say. Society is the one that the systems forces people to lie to themselves. And you articulated it better than I think I would have. To say, because there's people you love, and they in their own minds have created these limitations, either because they actually don't believe or because they're scared. Sometimes your mom might actually think you're powerful, but she's like, if I agree to this boy, he'll move overseas and I'll never see him again. Or he might get killed. Because my peers were there at 76 and they got murdered. Because someone we admired, Ubigo, was murdered. Because a guy we thought was so great, Patrice Lumumba, was killed. So I'm listening to my kid. I'm like, this is how these motherfuckers used to speak. And then you have to lie to yourself, either through distraction or by saying, the people I love are telling me, stop posting this stuff on social media. Do you know people are sending us DMs saying, but what was Penn saying? So you're like, oh, my mom was crying and angry. She said, I'm gonna stop making these videos. Her own family is like, Manje, what's this boy doing? So now out of love for her, I now have to.
You mute yourself.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people out there, they try to live vicariously through so-called heroes. Your Kanye West, your Elon, it's their way to be like, that could be me. I mean, you see it with chicks. Most decent chick who loves Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, pumps her up because vicariously she's like, in a parallel universe, this is me, fucking boss bitch. But to make the leap or the transition again from lying to yourself and living truth and hurting people close to you, you have to be delusional in your belief, which is actually not delusion. It's just you following
I was
the
about
inner
to
voice.
say, it's not being delusional.
Sure.
No, other people are going to be like,
Yeah,
you are delusional.
people will say that, yeah.
But you're saying it's delusion because you're not seeing the illusion of what I'm about to do.
Okay.
The other part of it is the paying of the cost, which is then what's painful. I think Udube spoke about the pain. And the fact that and then the humility to know that you may not get there, but you're happy to go on the journey regardless.
Yeah.
But the cost of it, most human beings will never pay. Some of them will pay it through death, which means they'll never get there. But it's such a high cost to, in simple terms for woke people, it's literally breaking through the system or defying the system. It's potentially going to jail, losing weight, not seeing your family, losing money, not seeing your kids, whatever it is, like the pain is high. And if you're lucky to make it, and I think Elon Musk was asked in an interview and they were like, do you think people would want to be you or be in your mind? He's like, it's very lonely there. Some of these guys start looking crazy because once you get there, when you try to speak to normal people
It's like
who have become conditioned to lying to themselves, they're just like, wow. And they see you as a caricature. Can we take a picture? You're like, I'm trying to tell you something. If you, hey, you're so wise. Shut up.
Yeah, it's tough, eh?
And you're like, am I in a fucking simulation? Why is Why the fuck is, what are you, then if you're lucky enough, you go and find other delusional clowns to kind of hang with and chat to, but they're also on their own lonely trips. And a lot of guys at a certain level don't have friends.
But the
And
best
with
way to
that-
find lonely clowns is read, boys.
So that goes back to it's your life. The onus is on you, ultimately.
It is.
And what is it? That's gonna be my line.
Joko Willink.
Extreme
Extreme ownership.
Extreme ownership. And that's what you need, mates.
Guys, let me go home. Come back, Peggy.
Who you going home to?
Let's
Let's dish.
Hey, man, sometimes
play
living
the
under an
illusion.
illusion, man, and not living your truth is what saves you, man. As umchi.
Sometimes.
Sometimes the truth is important, you know.
Yeah.
There's a reason why most grandmothers keep these secrets from the family. They're not looking into the mirror to live their truth, because they know that if I speak the truth, this whole family structure
Yeah,
will
but
disappear.
Morpheus, when he gives you those options, bro, he knows, Uguti, are you ready to?
Can
Are
I
you
say one
ready?
last thing? I'm sorry,
'Cause
I'm
some people
spoiling,
aren't ready.
I'm spoiling the moment.
Yes, sir.
I sat with Joshua Maponga once and we spoke about this concept and he spoke about death and
Was it
rebirth.
on where you spoke to of Joshua?
It was privately as an older mentor.
But like I said, he's no longer on convo.
Oh.
He left.
Why would we be on convo?
Yeah, he left.
Why would we be, the serious stuff will never be on convo.
Snaps.
That's just sprinkling.
Yes, Mlotshwa.
Bro, you said you don't identify as a Zulu, but you've got a Zulu tattoo on your hand.
I've got a child named Uzulu.
Oh, okay.
And it is part
Fair,
of my
fair,
heritage
fair,
and my legacy.
Okay,
so
fair.
I'm not, fuck that. I just left the church.
Okay,
but it's not
fair.
like fuck Solomon.
Okay, fair. Okay, finish.
Okay, finish. Sicela ngasabuya uThemba. Every man who wants to get to that point of freedom needs to die.
You have to have an ego death.
And some die and don't come back.
100%.
Whether you lose your mind, you get sick, you die for real. But for ones that resurrect like a phoenix, Jesus Christ, Nelson Mandela from prison, you become immortal. And that's when other men bow down to you. So for any person who wants to, whatever, for some people it's this thing of being bankrupt or $5 billion in debt. What? You must die where every other man says, you see here, ngifile la. Mese uyavumbuka. La uvumbuka khona, men will shudder when you arrive because they're like, this guy went through a fire. I think
I like that, and it speaks a lot to that line.
grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up, ego.
What happened now? Hey, boys.
You need an ego punch in the face is what you need.
I'm saying I like that, and it speaks a lot to that line that says, lessons in your life keep coming back until you learn the lesson.
Fact.
Then you can move on from it.
Yeah.
So the problem is that like we don't learn the first time around. You wanna second, let me try under the same circumstances because you think that like you know best.
Sure.
You see that in relationships when people are saying, "Oh, men are trash," and you're like, "You're gonna keep
Yeah, but
Fighting
that's-
trash.
because you're digging in the same
most
dustbin."
people, but most people also are simps and they just read scripts.
No, but I'm just saying, if you're digging in the same dustbin, whether it's relationship, whether it is your body, whether it is your business,
Yeah.
if you in the same, repeating the same cycle,
I hear you
Then
and I
you-
agree
then
with
you
you. I'm just
screw.
saying that most people read a script about who they are, how they should be, where they should be looking for men, where they should be looking for guys, for
Yeah.
women. Most people are just reading a script and you see it in their responses. Most people don't have like a clear thought on something. It's like, oh, because I'm this, this is how I should respond. You know, like, oh, because I'm a DJ, this is how I should dress. Because I'm a DJ, this is what we do. No, mate. Like, have your own thought process and like how you respond to and deal with things. Because you don't know what you're competing with someone who. It's like a guy saying to me that like you don't know that like my highest priority is my family. So I'm not going to pursue DJ career all the way because like this is my priority. Now you're competing with me. You don't know what my priorities are. So, and again, I know it's boring, but like my dad used to say, "Umuntu ongamazi ukuthi wenzani mawulele wena, don't compete with that guy." Because while you're sleeping, what am I up to? You don't know. You have no idea. You have no clue. So how do you compete with me? You can't. It's impossible. You'd literally have to know holistically what is it that I do on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute basis, so that like you then can say, I can compete with this guy.
Your dad was very wise.
He was an industrial psychologist, very well read.
And you're just a DJ.
I'm just
Shame,
a fucking
man.
DJ.
Fucking disappointment.
Play tunes.
It's almost 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours.
All good.
No.
Take us on.
No. Any closing words?
No,
I'm good.
I'm good, sir.
Sizwe Dube?
It's been amazing.
Closing words?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It was dope. It was cool conversations. And like, it did exactly what I wanted to do, because I hate interviews. Like, just Google there.
No, man, I think from Cheat, I know it.
No, and I'm not saying it in an arrogant.
Whose friend is this?
And I'm not saying it like in an arrogant manner. It's just like for me personally, like I get so sick. Like, oh, what were you thinking when you made that song? I'm like, oh, geez, like, ask me something else. And then because like they hit the cap as far as the questions are concerned, then you must go into your personal life. Because I'm saying,
But you want to go to your personal life. So why can't we ask you about your personal life?
What does what I put out? Sorry, what does what I don't put out have to do with what I do put out? Why do you want to know?
Because maybe what you do in the dark
Hey, Penson,
is the result of what comes out in light.
But then you can get close. But then you can get close. Then you can say, bro, I'd like to have a conversation with you. And
But I'm
like,
not. But like, let's say we're not Mesa, and I just have
but-
it and 30 minutes.
people that know me,
Yeah.
and people that have interacted with me on the streets know
Yeah.
that like I'm more than willing to have a conversation and give advice or be asked questions. But like I'm not now gonna go on a platform and be like, this is my personal life, this is what I do. Mpilo yini leyo?
Themba Nkosi. Mbongeni, siyabonga.
That's why even if you notice on my social media, you see nothing. You know nothing about me. Nothing. And
No,
I guess
but-
that might be a trauma response because we were one of the first people on social media. We were putting out everything. Now I'm like, yo, I realize what that does. So like,
Look, as much as we love that, I think for us who are still trying to navigate our way through this whatever journey that we're on, we still yearn to learn from you. So I know if you've heard a question 1,000 times, it might seem irritating.
Ask me in private.
Yeah, Chief, I now go to your own lessons. Hey,
Everyone,
Because
how was life growing up? Every park.
Let's ask, how hard did you learn not to post the things that you love and the people that you love?
We're at 3 hours. Penson messed us up.
How hard was that
Mess it
lesson?
up.
How hard was
Mess it
that lesson?
Is it tough?
No, it's tough, and you learn. Not posting my
And
kids anymore.
it's a lesson that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you love something, don't post it. If you love something, don't post it.
how? I don't understand was when
Pinch, if you love something,
Oh, you guys.
don't post it.
I agree.
You try, man.
100%.
The day it comes to
Didn't you
bite
say you want wisdom from wise guys?
Exactly.
You literally just told them the reason you asked questions.
Ifuni yonke phela uzongitshela ukuthi ngikhune ngibe nempahla. Ngifuni yonke wisdom. Manje wapost ibhasikili lakho sizodume.
Bro, you love something, don't post it.
I agree.
I mean, like,
I
obviously
agree.
within reason. Like I'm saying,
Of course.
That's a nice quotable.
like
If you love something, don't post it.
Yeah. Like you'll see my gig guide, you'll see my industry peers and colleagues.
That's it.
You will see, like I'm into sneakers, so you'll see that. Everything else that I love, I'm never born. You don't even know you won't even see where I live. How I live,
Nenja yakho nenja nje.
Nenja egijima na ugijima lapha epackage
bro.
And I'm not
saying I haven't done it. I'm saying I've learned the hard way to not do it.
Yeah.
So I'm a return soldier.
There's no upside.
There's no upside. There's no upside.
Yeah.
There is no upside.
I agree. But anyway,
Go chew on that.
to go to it and find out when I'm Mlotshwa,
Bye guys. See you guys next time.
Just
Thank
to
you.
echo. Thanks to everyone.
Click like and subscribe. Bye.
My gents out.
Thank you.
Hey, my G, that doesn't traumatizing.